Trip Extreme Energy Drink.
Are you looking for someone to motivate you? Have you checked out World Gym Rochester lately? Our certified lifestyle coaches are here to assist you in exceeding your goals. Tired of gyms that aren't open when you need them to be? World Gym Rochester is open 24 hours a day weekdays, 8 a.m. to 7 p.m. weekends. Come take advantage of our convenient childcare, juice bar, chiropractic care, massage therapy, and tanning. World Gym Rochester is the cleanest, friendliest fitness center in the area. Stop into World Gym Rochester today.
Hi friends, I'm Joe Neary and we're beginning our third year of Drive by 5. Here's Jerome Kramer.
I'm Jerome Kramer. With our Drive by 5 program, you can own this 2001 Ford Focus for only $29 a week or this 2000 Oldsmobile for only $19 a week.
Hola, mi nombre es Tracy Hernández. Compra aquí y pago aquí. El número es 585-346-6666. Gracias.
So if you think you can't get approved, don't call us. But if you want a car, call 800-767-8080 now. And remember, eggs are cheaper in the country, so are the cars.
Whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight, o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streamed, and the rockets red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave for the land of the free and the home of the brave.
Very nicely done. The Rhinos at Paytech Park, the Rhinos and the Seattle Sounders about to go at it. You remember way back to the very first year of the Rhinos and the championship game that year, which the Sounders came out on top 2-0, and boy, the rivalry has lasted ever since that point. We just got belted with a ball. Who was that?
Delicate is going to pay the price for that one.
No, I see it's Bolton right there. Yeah, Josh Bolton is the one who kicked the ball up here right on the table. See the smile on his face? The smile on his face. I thought it was going into the upper deck as they kicked the ball in the stands, but it came right down on the table. And I'll tell you what, there's some stories about this table, and this poor thing is really taking a beating.
There's a look at Josh Bolton who gave us a little shot, a little smile. You're going to get the price back, buddy.
All right, let's now check the lineups here tonight. First of all, visiting team, and that being the Seattle Sounders. In goal is Chris Islander. He has played 13 of the matches so far this season. On defense, Jacob Basonio, Noah Merle, Zach Scott, who I thought was supposed to be suspended for this game. For some reason, he's out here. And Kenji Treshik. And then through the midfield, Roger Levesque, Kevin Sakuda, Hugo Alcaraz Cuellar. It's Josh Gardner also in the midfield. And up front, Greg Howes, a former Rhino, along with newcomer Sebastian Latou. For the Rhinos in goal tonight, Chase Harrison comes in with a 5-3-6 record, a 1.29 goals against average. Harrison in goal. The defenders, Chris Aloisi, Kenny Burks returns to the lineup tonight, Scott Pelguda, and Tenwa Bansu. And through the midfield, Johnny Menyonger, John Ball, Aaron Lyons, and Josh Bolton. Up front, Matt Delicate and Ahmed Diallo. So there is your starting lineups for this match here tonight.
Don, you touched on Zach Scott. The defender loves to push forward. He actually got his yellow card suspension postponed. He will sit out the the July 12th game against Vancouver. That is a huge bonus for the Seattle Sounders. So Zach Scott will play tonight and serve his suspension later on. Don't agree with that move. If it's the fifth game, the next game, or the fifth yellow card, if it's the next game, you sit out, and that's all there should be to it.
You know what? I don't understand why they would do that. I mean, their number one or almost number one rival, Vancouver. It's Seattle, Portland, Vancouver, the biggest rivalry perhaps on the West Coast. And Vancouver's in first place. It's a team that Seattle's chasing all the time. Why would they want him playing for that game?
The only thing I can think of is that's a home game for the Sounders, and they'll benefit from being at home, having the absence of Zach Scott. That's the only thing I can think of is they'll be at home, and it'll be a little more comfortable having Zach Scott sit out at home.
The Rhinos are wearing the whites with black and yellow trim. And the visiting Sounders all in blue. Rochester shooting at the net to our left to begin this one. And it's Chase Harrison in goal down to our right as the Rhinos will take the kickoff whistle blow. So we're underway tonight at Paytech Park. Through the center circle, Menyunger lays it to the outside of the right wing for ball, but that slipped under his foot and out over the touchline to throw in on the far side for Gardner of the Seattle Sounders. And he's got a couple of balls to throw in, so gets rid of one. And he's going to leave it there, and moving up to take the throw in is Zach Scott. Long throw in on the left wing side, but headed away off of the far wing and up into the stands once again. Scott will take another throw in off the left wing side, about 40 yards out.
The Rhinos need to put their stamp on this game right away, control the tempo.
Down inside the box, out to grab it to the 6, blocked away, and a shot in, however, as Harrison ran into the attacker Latu. The foul was called, and so the Rhinos with a free kick from just inside their 6.
Yeah, you've seen a lot of dangerous collisions in the box. Latu and Chase Harrison getting tangled up. Is it a foul? I don't know. It's close at the corner of the 6 there, and Greg Howes is knocking on the door looking for that little tap in, but there was a foul called, so Chase Harrison gets the free kick.
Harrison, a low line drive kick through midfield. Up for the flick is Delicott, couldn't quite reach it, headed away to midfield, but blocked on the near side and volleyed across midfield. Burt's in underneath it. Chips it up the left wing side, but that went out of bounds, and it'll be a throw in on the near side for the visiting Sounders on the near side of the field. The throw in to be taken by Basano, who's wearing looks like a bandage. It looks like a headband, but it looks more like a bandage. The ball is down inside the box. And the first time to get away is Harrison coming down to the center circle. Flick through midfield, off the chest of Menyunger. He'll drop it back. Now was Diallo, rather. Drops it back to Burt's, and on the near wing for Palgoda. Off the left wing side across midfield. A long chip along the near wing, and Basano will play it away. Flick toward the middle, but moving in. Bolton knocked it down. Comes off on the near wing again. That's taken there and taken away by Palgoda. The Rhinos have it. Out the left side for Lyons, drawing it down to the 25. As he's doubled, now triple teamed, and the ball is finally taken away by Levesque. He'll drop it off, and Basano will bang it away to midfield, but stepping in underneath it is Burt's. Got away from him, however. Cross midfield, Howes on the attack. Slips it toward the middle for Latu. Tipped ahead by Bunch, who will be back for it. Aloisi for the Rhinos. We'll play it off the near wing and into the stands.
You got a little glimpse there of the vision of Hugo Alcaraz Cuellar. Levesque waiting for a ball, but Cuellar, he's on this right side. He's such a creative player. He has to be closed down, and then hopefully the Seattle attack gets shut down as well.
Play back near midfield, dropped off and across midfield to Merle, his own side of the midfield line. Head to the midfield line and pushed to the outside by Sakuda. And on the near wing, Levesque across midfield to the outside once again for Cuellar. Long chip down in front. In underneath it, Howes, but ball blocked off him and taken again. Turning to get away, back to the right foot side, trying to slip it through. The ball is played away from Sakuda and off on the far wing. Gardner chasing after it, down to the end line. On him, Aloisi, and the ball blocked out over the end line. Well, actually, they did get a cross down in front, but that was then tipped out over across the crossbar and out, so it'll be a corner kick for the Sounders.
Good save there from Chase Harrison. The ball comes in. I thought it was out of play as well, but Harrison, he watched it the whole way. No choice but to tip it over. And Seattle very effective with the accuracy of the Cuellar service on these crosses. He's got some big options in top, including Zach Scott, number 17, who, in my opinion, should be sitting out with the 5 yellow cards.
Corner kick off the left wing side, right-footed in-swinging kick low in the box, and head ball up over top, out the near side, and chased down. It'll be rolling out in the corner and over the touchline, so a throw in deep in the corner for the Rhinos. Kenny Burt's with that big cast-like bandage on his right hand, obviously unable to take the throw-in, so it'll be Palgoda moving over for the throw-in.
He looks a lot better, too, after the broken nose is starting to heal, but Harrison was complaining that last free kick. There was some obstruction in the box. Treshik, he felt, came in and obstructed him from punching the ball away.
Gardner had it blocked out the far wing, turning back for the ball where it's picked up by Scott on the left wing side, and the ball rolling deep to the corner. Flanagan roll out as Bonsu, and this will be a goal kick for the Rhinos. 5th minute here at Paytech Park, and there is no score just getting underway.
You know, early on, it kind of seems like Howes is attaching himself to T-Bone Bonsu, as Howes again, he played with Rochester for a couple of seasons. He knows the defenders very well, but it seems like he's kind of staying away from Kenny Burtz, letting Levesque or Latu do the busy work there, and Howes now kind of hanging out near Bonsu. You can take a good look at that there.
Harrison placing the ball, a little bit of a wind in his face. Somewhat of a breeze, but a gorgeous night once again here at Paytech. Could have used some of these nights last season.
Dripping sweat up here without a doubt last year.
Cross midfield, dripping rain most of the time.
Yeah, that's true.
On the right wing side, trying to enter the box. Younger turned back, spinning around, drops it on top, moving in on the ball from the 20. Left foots it down inside, but then it's headed away and out by Levesque. Checking back on the ball is Howes. He'll settle it there for Cuellar and goes to the outside on the left wing. Long downfield, way in behind is Latu, a long way offside. Even I could figure out that one was offside.
That was good team defending there by the Rhinos. Everyone's seeing the run coming. They all just neatly step up. Latu is offsides there as Chris Aloisi and the rest of the Rhinos defense push up. That's good communication by the back four. Everybody on the same page there.
Here come the Rhinos, a pass ahead. Palguda feeding it off in the middle for Diallo as it's knocked away from him by Basano and off of the far wing. In underneath it is Aloisi. From 35, has a go at it, but into the frame. And it's taken there by Islander, and the Rhinos get a shot on the frame.
That's a good choice. Rochester, 5 minutes in, really haven't been down in this Atlanta half of the field at all. So Aloisi's got a clear look at the goal. The ball's knuckling. He pushes it forward, and you can see Islander, he's got to watch it very closely. Takes a step to his left, and it's a good shot by the Rhinos defender.
And into Rhino territory, which is to our right here in the first half. Pushed away on the far side. Gardner got away from him, but he'll chase it down. Keeps it in, drops it back near midfield for Scott. Rolls it along the midfield line, and in the middle, it's passed off, and there a pass into the middle for Treshuk. Pass ahead, but blocked away. Taken back by the Rhinos, and Younger has it. Long up the right wing side as it sneaks in behind Scott, back for the ball being chased there by Delicott. He'll drop it off near the end line, and Islander will first time it away across the midfield line. Headed right back into Seattle territory and a flick by Lyons, but in underneath it, played away by Merle off on the near side for Levesque. As he's turned back, trying to get away from Bolton. And Levesque drops it off on the right side, moving, getting to it first. Here's a pass by Ball, but it's behind Delicott, then booted away on the far wing and out over across the midfield line and out of bounds on the far side.
There was some great pressure coming from Aaron Lyons there. He didn't stop on the play, continued to apply pressure. Levesque is forced to give it away, and the Rhinos now win easy possession at midfield.
Cross midfield on the far wing and out of bounds once again. It'll be off of the Rhinos, so a throw in for the Sounders from their own 35 on the far side. Be taken by Zach Scott. The low throw in out to near midfield. Checking back is Howes as he had his back to the ball. Now brought away by the Rhinos. Stolen back by Ball. Gets tied up, puts it off the leg of a defender, and out over the touchline. A throw in for the Rhinos from 25 yards out on the far side.
The Rhinos midfield needs to get to that place they were a couple of weeks ago when they were feeding the forwards. They were scoring goals. Just hasn't happened.
Ball with the left footed in, but puts it just wide. A one hopper wide to the wide side of the post and out over the end line, and it'll be a goal kick for the visiting Sounders.
That's the exact kind of thing we just talked about. The midfielders, once they start firing from distance, the Sounders have no choice but to push up and defend those shots. Corner of the 18, John Ball. The screen is there in Islander. He doesn't see it till it's past him. And Ball, good swerving shot with the left foot. Islander, there's no chance if that's on frame. He's going to dive, but the net is already moving.
Ball flighted out through midfield, coming down to the Rochester 45. Bolton heads it in the air at the midfield line. Lines with the flick on, gets to it again and knocks it down. However, then carried away by the Sounders. Howes drops it back for Levesque and a long pass upfield. Aloisi nods it aside. Bolton make that Bonsu getting to it. We'll push it out of bounds on the near side.
Good defending there, Chris Aloisi. The right back spot for the Rhinos. That has been a position between Novak, Aloisi, even Shirley Black. It's been wide open. Whoever can play some consistent soccer on the defensive side of things really is going to win that spot. It's been a revolving door. Coach Callaway just looking for one of those guys to step up and take control.
Treshuk stepping up. Speaking of stepping up for the throw-in. Along the near wing from 15, long down inside, coming down to the end of the 6, and headed away back out on the near wing. A foul is called in front, and a free kick for the Rhinos from inside their own 18 around the 10-yard line to be taken by the keeper, Chase Harrison.
Interesting call there. A good long throw into the box, and Treshuk, he got hit from behind. I'm not sure what the call is there. Maybe he came up with the elbow. Referee in a perfect spot to make the call.
2 shots for the Rhinos and 1 for Seattle. The Sounders, evidently, they don't like outshooting the opposition. They've outshot the opposition only twice all season, and one of those games was the 1-goal tie against Rochester.
Wasn't there a game a couple weeks ago here where the Rhinos had 40 shots
Yeah.
on goal?
Yeah.
Talk about outshooting an opponent.
Rhinos like to outshoot the opposition. They don't like to score that many,
Just
though.
got to work on that finishing.
Now it's Aloisi, tips it down inside, and bringing it down at his 6 is Islander. And the keeper for the Sounders has the ball.
That's a good ball. Good
Chris
service.
Islander, 23-year-old from Sumner, Washington, at 6'1", 170.
Quality keeper. He's been on a bit of a tear. 1.02 goals against average. He's done a good job for the Sounders this year.
Boy, he's got a boot on him there. He put it all the way down to the Rochester 25, high in the air, and pushed out of the far wing. Sounders have it. Chipped down inside the 18. Underneath it, House looking for the head ball, but then went flighted over and rolling to the end line. It's out over the end line, a goal kick for the Rhinos. Sponsors of these broadcasts tonight include Zweigels, the official hot dog at Paytech Park. By Power Trip, taste the power. And also by Harrow East Athletic Club on the web at harroweast.com.
Alcaraz Cuellar, he is now shifted from the right side of midfield to a central midfielder, just withdrawn behind the 2 strikers. He's so crafty. He's all over the field. Very difficult to mark as he transitions from the right side to the center of the park.
After it, Burts from his 40, rolls it ahead. Bolton, 1 touch to the outside, but stepping up to intercept is Levesque. Brought forward by the Sounders, turned to the outside of the right wing. Alcaraz Cuellar on the right wing, looking for the cross down on the 6, rolling ball in, is grabbed, scooped up off the ground by Harrison. Cuellar is a dangerous playmaker. In fact, he's one of the league leaders. So far this season, he is first in the USL First Division with 4 assists. Cross midfield, or he's second in the league and leads Seattle with 4 assists. Now the Rhinos have it at the 35, turned off at the near wing, and Lyons rolls it to the outside. Off the left wing, Palguda overlapping on the near side, sneaks it to the corner for Lyons, catching up to it at the end line. Got away off his left foot and out over the end line, and it'll be a goal kick for the Sounders.
That's a great ball from Palguda. He kind of waits to see if Cuellar is going to commit. He does, and it opens up space for Aaron Lyons. The touch there, just not what Coach Callaway and the Rhinos wanted. Coach Callaway kind of turned around, and Lyons knows he should have done better there.
Kick to be taken by Islander. Off of his 6 on the goal kick. No score in this game. 12th minute. Each team with 2 shots. Islander, right-footed kick. Drives it through midfield. And Howes flicks it forward. Underneath it, Burts will then volley it the other way. Diallo blocks it aside for ball. They'll settle it down. Manyanger drops it to his own side of midfield for Aloisi. On the right side and across midfield. Switching it through the center circle off of the near side. The ball bending away from Palguda as he and Levesque tie up. The ball rolls out. Near side throw in for Seattle from their own 40.
You nailed it. It's bending. It was a great idea by Aloisi. Just kind of, that said, bending away from the overlapping Palguda.
In underneath it, pushed out on the near side and driven off a leg and out. This will be off of, taken by Sakuda and off of Seattle, his teammate. So a throw in for the Rhinos at midfield.
Seattle looks like a very big team.
You know what? They've got a couple of guys sitting on the bench that are about 17 feet tall.
Yeah, they got Taylor Graham, who's come in from the Metro or the Red Bulls, who's 6'4". I'm sure he'll get some time tonight as well.
So he was one of the tall guys who was in warm-ups. I thought I was looking at a basketball team out there.
They are a big team.
Laid out of bounds on the near side, that off of the Rhinos. Rhinos are saying, wait a minute. No, it went off of Treshek, but the referee says, no, the other way. So it'll be a throw in on the near side for Basagno and the visiting Sounders. Treshek drives it out through midfield. Taken there. Burts with a pass ahead. Manyanger tripped up, taken down. The play goes on. Now Manyanger moving in. He's able to block it away from Sakuda. Ball out of bounds on the near side. A throw in for the Sounders. And Manyanger with a few words for the referee.
That's all. He's going to have more. That's got to be a foul. Wonderful quick turn by Johnny Manyanger. He's such a crafty player. He's taken down. That's a terrible no call there.
Long chip up the right side, nobody there, and the ball is shanked out of bounds, so a throw in for the Rhinos from their own 35 on the near side. Speaking of the referee, the center ref tonight, Nico Brutzis. His assistants, Daniel Rourke and Franco Bevilacqua. And the fourth official is Scott Boniface.
Tough one there. Manyanger just does beautiful feints to his left, pushes the ball back outside to the right, and no foul there. Otherwise, he's streaking in on a nice counterattack.
Palguda out to the midfield line. Diallo able to tip it across midfield, but no help on the other side. Sakuda on the near side. It's Basano. Lost it to Levesque finally, but taken away by Diallo, and the Rhinos have it. Pass ahead. Turning after Delicott. Rolls it off in the middle from Younger. Stepping up from 40 yards out. Plays it back to the open left wing side, and running onto the ball is Palguda. Down to the 25. As he'll then lay it up to the end line for Lyons. See if he can handle it this time. Drawing it to the end line. Here's a cross along the end line. A one hopper off the line, but the ball had skipped out over the end line. Wait a minute. It crossed away. I think he was saying it was offside.
No, he said it's off of Aaron Lyons. It should be a goal kick. That's a bad call. I think Lyons is going to serve a quality ball. There's no way he's going to serve something like that, but it'll be a goal kick nonetheless.
So, no score. 15th minute here at Paytech Park.
You know what? I stand corrected. Poor cross, Aaron Lyons. No deflection there.
Was it out?
Out of bounds. No deflection off the Seattle defender. And for once, I think I was wrong.
Okay, so Joe makes another mistake, but we're used to it.
I think I was wrong. I'm not committing to it.
Palguda chips it up the left wing side. Well, I made a mistake once. I thought I made a mistake, and that was the mistake.
At least you can admit to it. That makes you a better
That's right. Cross midfield. Flick forward, in underneath it, Cuellar. Draws it off of the near wing, able to chip it up the right side. The ball rolling toward the end line, and back for it goes Bonsu. Howes on him. Bonsu puts it off of Howes, and it rattles around like a pinball, still stays in play. Howes with it, drawing it back for Levesque on the near wing. Has it 20 yards out, right wing side, and I'll drop it back to the 35. And a long chip down inside by Basano. And we're flicked over top of Latu, and getting the left foot on Aloisi, drives it out to the 35. Stepping in underneath it, Scott. Hop over ball, comes down with the ball, and settles at the feet, turns it back toward the middle for Treshek. As to the midfield line, he'll drop it to his own side of midfield for Merle, turns back to the left foot. Chased by Delicott, but the pass intercepted, taken by Ball. Long service downfield for Diallo on the near wing. Draws it forward, one-on-one versus Basano, who tackles the ball away, kicks it out of bounds on the near side, a throw in for the Rhinos.
Good hard tackle there by Basano. But Diallo, if he can possess the ball and go straight at a defender, that's going to make a lot of things happen. He's so creative when he's going 1v1.
Lines on the throw in, down to the end line for Palguda. He's tied up and it rolls out over the end line. Little trickery there as coming over Palguda looked like he was going to take the ball for the throw in, and then all of a sudden he picks up a burst of speed, runs by Lyons going to the end line.
And now he wanted the quarter kick, and he's got to run all the way back. He was very convinced there that the ball was off the Seattle player, but it'll be a goal kick for the Sounders. Midfield, though, Menyanger, Aaron Lyons, more presence. They've got to get involved, more touches on the ball. This is where Seattle, Cuellar, and Levesque, and those guys have had a lot of touches on the ball for the away team. They're very possessive-oriented here.
Other sponsors of these broadcasts tonight include Nextel Power Up. By Best Volvo, where style, safety, and all-wheel drive come together. And by Cintas, the service professionals. Discover what Cintas can do for your organization. Goal kick. Islander hammers it away through midfield. Up they go. Bert's able to knot it across midfield from Younger, tipping it forward, but Levesque checking back, will steal it away. Drops it off to Merle from his 25 and rolls it ahead. To Levesque at the 40, sneaks it to the outside of the left wing and across midfield. Through ball, the two after it. Harrison coming way out to boot it away and across midfield. Slides in on the ball, kicks it away downfield, and the offside flag is up in the air across the way, and the whistle stops play.
The last play, though, what a great ball, diagonal slicing ball from Cuellar, and great goalkeeping from Chase Harrison. Otherwise, Latu is streaking towards goal. Good soccer all around there by Seattle and Rochester.
Harrison making us a little nervous as he came all the way out to, about 35 yards out.
He had to. He had no choice. He committed, and he didn't hesitate. He made his choice and continued to come out. Good goalkeeping, wonderful ball by Cuellar.
Rhinos have it along the 25, dribbling forward. Bonsu turning into the outside of the right wing for Aloisi. Approaching midfield, and now a long chip through midfield after a Delicott. But headed away by Scott on the far side. Ball in underneath it at the touchline, able to keep it in play. On the wing, drops it back toward midfield for Aloisi. His pass off the knees of Bolton. What was that? A drive into the kneecaps. And the ball taken away by the Sounders, but lost by Latu as the pass a little behind him. Round out on the near wing, Palguda pass ahead. Lines turning it into the outside again, up the left wing for Palguda. Dropping it back for Birch, and now feeds it ahead to midfield. Bolton right back to Birch. On the left side for Palguda, turns it across the midfield line. Up the left wing for Diallo, 35 yards out. Rolls it off toward the middle, the center circle for Bolton. as he approaches. Goes long on the switch to the right wing side for Johnny Ball. In underneath it. Settling it down at the 10. Here's a cross down in front. Over the crossbar. Across the goal mouth on the near side. Just barely all the way down to the near corner. And then hammered away Levesque off of lines out of bounds.
That's a great ball from John Ball. Maybe a little too deep, but Delacott's one guy who's pushing in. There's no other players making runs into the box. Very poor choice there by the player supporting the attack from the Rhinos. It's a whipped ball into the box. It's hard. It's coming across quick. Islander doesn't even have a chance at it. There's no one there on the back door for the Rhinos.
Throw in on the near side. Palguda flicks it off in the middle for Ball. 25 yards out. Right foot has a crack at it, but that's blocked wide out over the end line off of Treshuk, and it'll be a corner kick for the Rhinos.
And Treshuk doing all he could there.
Wait a minute. That went off of the Seattle player, and the ref says no, it's a goal kick.
If it went off him, I couldn't tell. I think he applied enough pressure to force Johnny Ball into a poorly taken shot.
No, you could see the ball turn direction. You could see it. All of a sudden it turned.
I think it turned because with the pressure from Treshuk, it forced Ball's body to turn to the right.
Oh, he bent it too, but there was a tick on the ball that a little tick, and then the ball after that really bent.
You may be incorrect for the second time, though. Maybe.
No. Whether I'm right or wrong, I'm still right.
Yeah, that's right.
You haven't learned that yet?
I keep forgetting that. I'll get that down.
Godford Harrison throws it out of the far wing.
That's the only thing I've learned from you.
35, Aloisi back in the middle. And on the near wing, Birch to the outside of the left wing for Palguda as the Rhinos begin to bring it upfield. Cross midfield, Palguda, long chip on the left wing, but that's headed down by Masano and taken back by the Sounders. Sakuda will switch it off to the left wing side, the far side of the field for Gardner. He'll drop it back in the middle, taken by Treshuk. Cross midfield in the center circle, and the Rhinos getting to it. Younger works the left wing side, sends it up the wing, but that's headed away once again by Basano, and Sakuda will play it to himself across midfield. Looking for the through ball, but Birch gets back to take it away. Being bumped there by Levesque, who turns in behind, and then grabbed onto by Birch, and the foul is called, and Birch talking to the linesman about where's the foul the other way.
Yeah, Birch luckily not to get the yellow card. He's just coming off of a yellow card suspension. And Levesque does come in with the initial shove. That should have been the foul there. And it's always the retaliation. It's that second foul that gets caught. Levesque winning a lucky free kick here for Seattle. But his hard work does pay off. There's a push. He continues to play, and the free kick goes Seattle's way.
25 yards out on the right wing side. Cuellar set the right-footed kicker. Gardner's there, a left-footed kicker. Cuellar goes for the back post. That one knocked down in front and played out of the box on the near wing. And Younger on the left wing sidelines then will turn and he'll send it out to midfield, but Treshuk in underneath it. Backhands it on the near side. Younger blocking it. And off of the shoulder of Younger, however, coming in, studs up, was Cuellar, and a foul is called.
A little dangerous there. The referee waiting to see if there could be an advantage. But decides to give the Rhinos the free kick. That's a good call there.
Palguda with a kick ahead. Off the left wing side. Younger dropping it back in the middle. After it goes Bansu. Down to the 25 and a pass ahead. Birch to Bolton. And blocked off his foot. Carried forward by Sakuda. Leaves it to Howes. Turning from side to side. Trying to get away from Bolton. Ball got away from him. And Palguda with the left foot will then play it out into the center circle. Diallo in underneath it. Trying to get the flick from Delicott. But knocked down. Again across midfield. Rhinos have it. Bolton off the left wing side. For Lines turning back to the ball. Levesque back to block it away. Takes the ball away and play goes on. Cuellar, his own 35, running it off in the middle for Treshuk. Challenged from behind by Delicott. Ball knocked away at midfield. Howes tipping it back. Sakuda had lost it there to Line. Steps in between. The Rhinos have it. Lays it on the outside. Palguda up the left wing along the touch line on the near side and getting to it. Lines able to keep it in play. Approaching the end line. Left foot across in front. Over top of everything and out the near wing. Flicked away by Levesque outside the 18.
Great overlapping run there from Lines. Again, it's just Delicott as the options. They've got to get some more numbers in the box.
They are up the right side, down to the Rochester 35, turning back toward the middle. Turning back to the right foot once again, near corner of the box, back to the left foot, switching it back and forth, looking for the through ball, but blocked away. And the Rhinos have it. And Younger from his 35. Throws it off to the right side, ball chasing after it. In underneath it, brings it across the midfield line. Now he'll lay it to the open right wing, and running onto the ball goes Aloisi. To the 35, return pass the ball, but stepping in the way is Scott. Then it's taken away by Ball to the end line. Gets to it, keeps it in right on the line, trying to turn in behind, but it's pulled away. And almost some nifty footwork right there by John Ball, but finally recovered by Scott.
Yeah, he almost froze Scott for a second there. He was flat-footed. Ball didn't make that last little run, but they're opening up. Things starting to open up both ways now.
Cross midfield, Howes, one touch to the outside for Latu. on the near wing, drawing it down to the 25. His cross to the far side, the left wing, the left end of the box. Turned back toward the middle, and a right-footed kick in by Gardner, but puts it way high. In fact, he missed the end line. I'm not sure where he was going with that one, but it'll be a throw-in deep in the corner for the Rhinos.
Former Rhino great Lennon Steenkamp in the house tonight, as the Rhino fans happy to see one of the legends of Rhino soccer. Lennon Steenkamp still with the long flowing hair. Good to see Lennon back in the house tonight. One of the great Rhinos, number 23, Lennon Steenkamp.
I was going to say the hair is even longer than it was before.
Probably hasn't touched it since he's been in Rochester.
Boy. Flick forward by Delicott off of the near wing, and turning back is Menyonger. Drops it back. Palguda up the left wing side, flights it through midfield. Headed across midfield by Mazzagno and out of bounds on the near wing. Throw in for the Rhinos.
Rumor has it that Mr. Steenkamp is going to tie the knot. Wedding bells coming up soon for Mr. Steenkamp.
Wow. Menyonger in the middle, taken there by Bolton. Cross midfield. He approaches now Seattle territory, switching it to the outside, but it was tipped away, and Bolton takes it back and pass on the right side for Aloisi. Long down inside the far end of the box for ball. Roller along the end line, but that's knocked down, then booted away and out top. Aloisi settles it again, pushing it to the end line. Now looking for a cross. Along the 6, but booted away by Treshuk. Up into the stands on the far side. Throw in for the Rhinos, 10 yards out off the right wing.
Well, good pressure from the Rhinos. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 players finally in the box. And there's options now for Aloisi to cross in. That's what the Rhinos need to do. Get a little more flooding, a little more numbers in the box.
26-minute, no score. 26-minute, no score here at Paytech Park. As Menyonger turning it back over top of the defender, laying it out in front for Lines. His shot blocked away. Rolls outside the 18. Ball after it, upended. It's back up, couldn't control. Taken away, and Aloisi sliding in on it, but it's then blocked away up into the stands on the far side.
Aloisi having one of his better performances tonight. Good defending, good overlapping runs, and if he can continue this is what Coach Galloway needs to see from that revolving right back position.
As the ball popped up in the air, pushed to the outside again, Bolton in underneath it, nods it in the air. Aloisi flicks it toward the middle, but there is Cuellar to play it to the outside. Aloisi in with the right foot, pops it up in the air again, down to the 25, but handed away now. Bolton will volley it forward with a head. That's headed right back out top as we're playing a little bit of volleyball right here. And knocked off of the near wing, carried up by Palguda. Down to the 30, goes to the right side of the box, floated through to the far end, ball, tips it down inside. Menyonger along the end line, trying to get away from Treshuk, turning it back to the left foot, still has it. 1v1 with Treshuk, 5 yards out, turning, drops it off at the outside, moving up Aloisi. Chased there by Latu. Aloisi still with it, at the end line, down in front for ball, turns back to the right foot, chipped in but blocked away out to 6, headed away, out over the end line. It'll be a corner kick for the Rhinos finally.
You get the feeling that if the Rhinos are going to make something happen on the scoreboard, Chris Aloisi is going to be a part of it. He's overlapping. He's finding those little spaces on that right side. Serves the ball inside to Johnny Ball. Just doesn't get a clean, hard shot on goal. Cleared away there by the Sounders. Good option here for the Rhinos now.
Palguda, left-footed kick, sends it down inside. Up underneath it, Burt's head ball blocked away. Left-footed one hopper by Menyonger, tried to get the short hop kick away, but it was blocked aside, and now Howes will deliver downfield. Latu after being chased there by Aloisi. Latu heads it forward, and Burt's coming back out of nowhere to get in front. Pass along in front, blocked away by Aloisi at his 10. He'll turn and drive it up into the stands on the near wing.
Great defending by Aloisi. He's right back. He pushes in centrally, reads the play neatly, breaks up the attack. Good job.
Turning him well, the 18 in front for Howes, turning, trying to slip it back to the left foot side. Sakuda pushing it to the outside. Gardner back out top to the 35. Once again for Sakuda. To the outside. Dropping it off of the left wing. Gardner with it. Pushing it along the 25 toward the middle, down to the 18, looking for the through ball. That's knocked away. Latu has his back to the net, can't shoot. Howes with a shot, left foot bends it over top of the upper left corner and out over the end line.
Not the chance you want to give Greg Howes, but Latu makes a major mistake. The ball comes to him inside the 18. He's got all day to turn. He actually stops the ball, lets the Rhinos regroup. He does do a nice job to lay it off to Howes, but the quick turn was there. And the best forwards in the world, they know, they sense when that pressure is there. That time Latu just doesn't feel that the opening was there.
29th minute here at Paytech, and no score between the Rhinos and the Seattle Sounders. Turned on the right side, Aloisi to midfield, bolted on the right wing, and carried forward by Delicott. His ball through to Menyunger. On the attack, down to the 20. Right-footed, takes a crack at the frame, but puts it high over top. And down over the end line. A goal kick now for Seattle.
Shots are coming. Accuracy just not there both ways. High and wide. Aaron Lyons, another midfielder for the Rhinos. More touches. They just have not been present the last 4 games here for Rochester. And that was the rhythm. Menyunger was creating so much for Rochester. Gets 2 defenders converging on him. Takes the shot from the 18. Just leaning back a little bit. Sends it up and over the bar.
Sponsors of these broadcasts include Connolly Printing, the official printer of the Rhinos. Salvatore's, they deliver everything but babies. Healthsource Chiropractic. For information or appointments, call 225-6430 or log on to healthsourcechiropractic.com. Sounders, that's headed down, knocked away. Delicott with it, rolls it to the outside. Lyons running onto the ball. As of the 20, here's a cross down along the 18, but headed away and out by Merle. And turning back goes Palguda. Behind him, and Latu gets to it. Nice tackle of the ball by Palguda, drawing it ahead. Menyunger up the left side, turning, dragging it away now, pass to the outside, overlapping his lines. Drawing it down to the 5, chip for the back post, in underneath it. Islander comes down with it at his 5, and there was a great opportunity right there by the Rhinos.
It was the service, though, at the 6, a little too tight, easy save there for Islander, but give Scott Palguda credit. Great sliding tackle. He's still on the ground, able to free up the space for Aaron Lyons, and the cross in the box. Good. Diallo and Delicott looking for it, but again, it's good to see those white jerseys starting to fill the box.
Pushed away at midfield, up with it is Levesque for the Sounders. Turns it to the open right wing side, running onto the ball is Cuellar. Played for Portland how many years? About 100 years. Now he chips it out across the end line, and so it'll be a goal kick for the Rhinos. Cuellar, of course, a mainstay for the Portland Timbers for many years, and including last year. He was 20 games, 3 goals, 5 assists last year. 06, 05, 04 he was in Portland, 03 Portland, 02. 5 years, 6 years in Portland.
It's shocking that a guy would go from Portland, really an arch rival of the Sounders, to join the Sounders. I'm surprised Portland let that happen. That's a great pickup for the Seattle Sounders.
Well, they traded the Seattle great player away to Portland too, right? It was I can't think of his name now. Dropped off of the near wing, Weaver.
Cam Weaver, yes. Now he's in, I think, Norway.
Yeah, but I mean, last year he had gone to. They've been switching back and forth between Portland and Seattle, those two. Turn to the outside again. Palguda on the near wing, drawing it off toward the middle for Diallo. He'll play it toward the center circle. Bolton with it, takes a look around and tries for the long pass to the right side, but puts it right to the defender, Scott, who hammers it out into the center circle.
There's just no midfield creativity. It's just so flat from the Rhinos.
Bolton to the outside, brought forward by Menyunger. 30 yards out, through ball. Delicott inside the 18, lays it to the outside. Aloisi, a chip way across everything, out over the end line, and there's got to be a better service on that one.
You know, the last couple of games, you wouldn't think it's middle of the year for the Rhinos. They're struggling. They really are. There's just no momentum, no rhythm. The passing, the crossing has been very difficult for this team. Coach Callaway is upset. He's standing up, arms folded, and they've got to get that rhythm back. It's been very flat and uninspired, to say the least.
Well, one thing that was scheduled to happen tonight, that Kevin Burns, for example, was supposed to be playing in that usual withdrawn midfield position. At the last moment, he came up sick, and so Josh Bolton was inserted. I'm not sure what that might have done to changing around things that were organized for the game.
You know, Don, I don't think a lot, because Bolton and Burns, to me, are almost the same player.
Very close, yeah. Off the left wing side, Gardner goes for it and puts it high and wide out over the end line. And a goal kick for the Rhinos. 33rd minute here at Paytech Park. No score. Shots are even at 6 apiece.
Well, if you're a soccer coach or a young soccer player, what you're seeing tonight is a clinic on how not to serve balls in from the flanks. Really, both sides to this point, 33 minutes in, have struggled with their service.
Chase Harrison to take the kick. Here in the first half. A little bit of a breeze in the face. Is able to clear it through midfield. Bolton with a flick across midfield. Menyunger, Delicott, one touch forward. Coming down to the 20 outside the box. Diallo looking to settle it. After it, ball sneaks it through, but out to pick up the rolling ball is Islander. And he'll throw it away in the far wing. So the Rhinos were able to muscle their way down inside the 18, but the ball got away.
The way this game is going, you make a great point. Muscle their way in. It's not going to be a beautiful, creative goal. I think it's going to be a hard-working goal.
Down inside the 18, grabbed there by Harrison. Well, certainly the Sounders Well, they don't score a whole lot of goals, but they don't give up many either. Coming into tonight, middle of the pack, actually 6th in goals for with 14, 5th in the league in goals against with 15. Through midfield, flicked in the air by Delicott on the near side. Stepping in underneath it is Palguda. Rhinos continuing to lead the league in goals scored this year. Delicott head ball in, but that's wide, and Delicott into collision with Zach Scott, and they both drop like rocks and are on the pitch. Head to head, most likely.
I'm not sure if anyone even got the ball there. Both big, strong players in the air, and that could be concussion. Delicott looks like he's checking the right side of his head, and Johnny Menyanger could be also cut as well. But that was a nasty collision as the ball was whipped into the 12. Zach Scott almost sideways coming in for the challenge there, and they just collide. That's a nasty challenge to the side of the head of Matthew Delicott.
So, as the trainers are out to attend to the players that are down on the pitch,
Scott just came through hard with the head and right to the side of the head of Matthew Delicott. We're talking concussion, hopefully not a big gashing cut for the Rhinos forward.
well, they are calling to the Rochester bench for a little water.
That was a jarring hit, and hopefully Zach Scott is also okay. He's still on the ground as well.
Well, the Rhinos are at home on Friday night. A big game, certainly to say the least. A game that the teams have been talking about a lot, especially Rochester has been talking about. I'm sure Carolina's been talking about it maybe even more. As you can see, Matthew Delicott getting a little squirt of water around the mouth area.
See, actually looks like, yeah, there's a lot of blood coming from the mouth of Matthew Delicott. He's going to get up. Zach Scott is still down on his back, so that's, look at the blood. He got it maybe in the jaw. We could again be looking at a concussion here for the big man for the Rhinos. Good to see him back on his feet.
Well, it's like basketball, a non-contact sport, right?
Yeah, right.
And he got clipped pretty good right there. Matthew Delicott being assisted off the pitch with the trainer, Dave DePasquale. So I was talking about Friday night right here. It'll be the substitution coming up, by the way, for the Rhinos as Delicott will be off and Ambersley going in here in the 36th minute. Carolina Railhawks are here at Paytech Park, or if we sometimes refer to it as Rochester South, will be here on Friday night.
That game needs no build-up, no hype. It's going to be an incredible night here at Paytech Park. So many former Rhinos involved with Carolina. Delicott's going to go straight to the locker room, it looks like. And Mike Ambersley will take his spot. This changes the whole dynamic for the Rochester Rhinos attack. The big guy, Delicott, you can feed him balls into the box like you see there. And Zach Scott coming in, knocking in heads there with the big man from the Rhinos. So the whole dynamic changes now. The big balls into the box, letting Delicott work hard. It's going to be two small guys up top. The Rhinos need to be a little more creative, serving balls to feet for the forwards.
Well, Scott runs off under his own power, so obviously he'll be all right. Ambersley is in, and he's been not really even training much, as he's got a bruised heel that's been bothering him, so he's been trying not to run on it. So his conditioning, as he comes in here in the 37th minute, will his conditioning hold up through the remainder of the night?
He is definitely not 100%, running on his toes quite a bit, so Ambersley's got a long way to go here in this game. We'll see how he ends up doing with the heel injury that's been so bothersome for him.
Corner kick off the left wing side. Ball serves it up down in front, but the head ball coming back off the end line, and another corner kick for the Rhinos.
Take a look at the good service there from John Ball. You lose the huge option of Matthew Delicott, but again, he was defenseless there. He was going in and coming out of nowhere from the side. Zach Scott, no intent, nothing dirty there, just a nasty collision.
Ball serves it up again, a little higher through the box this time. Nodded away out the far end. Ambersley in under far corner of the box. Sends it down in front. Hit ball in at the end line. Blocked away. Left footed kick out. Bansu lofts it up into the clouds. Puts it way up over top of the open side of the net.
That's one that Bansu's going to want back. You know, it was the shot was high, obviously, but the ball was bouncing a little high. It just didn't come down enough for T-Bone Bansu.
Well, another goal kick for the Sounders. 38th minute here at Paytech Park. Sponsors of these broadcasts include the World Gym. Real gyms, real people, real results. Auction Direct. For your next car, log on to auctiondirect.com. RITN, everything you need to be perfectly comfortable. That's at the RITN.
A lot of bodies in the box there. It just doesn't settle down enough for Bonsu. Maybe the side volley where he kind of gets a little lift up in the air, snaps it. Instead of staying on his right foot there, he can kind of power it down.
Like that one he just took there.
Like the one that Diallo took. Remember the one he took? That was
Right
above
back
his head?
forward up the right side. Menyonga on the attack. Down to the 30. Across, down inside. Moving in, but that's blocked away by Levesque. Up the left wing side was Lines. He was ready to tee it up, but the ball didn't make it through. Another corner kick for the Rhinos.
Good defending there by Levesque. Lines. I think when those balls are coming in, your eyes are wide open. You're going to smash it. But Levesque sprinting back at the 6 makes the play.
Palguda with the corner kick off the right wing side. Left-footed in, swinging kick. Serves it up. Down inside. Bonsu up with the head ball, but just barely flighted over his head and not out over the end line. So it'll be a goal kick this time around for the visiting Seattle Sounders.
Bonsu and Palguda, they continue to link up on the corner kicks. They have been the options for Rochester. I think Palguda, every time now he's going to serve one in, he looks for T-Bone. If T-Bone's going to get a piece of all these, you keep going to him until the defense has an answer for him.
40th minute, no score at Paytech. As Islander getting set to place the ball. Stepping back, now with the right foot, will hammer it away through midfield. As the wind at his back here in the first half. In behind, Palguda moves up, able to knot it forward, but that one cleared aside. In underneath it, Sakuda for the Sounders. Will settle it down on his 35 and then play it to the outside of the near wing for Levesque. Hands it back in the middle for Cuellar. Approaching midfield. Letou turning into the outside, give and go, but too far ahead for Alcaraz Cuellar. A throw in for the Rhinos on the near side.
The last couple of minutes here, the Rhinos have definitely had their run of play. Cuellar and some of the big forwards, Howes, have been non-existent for Seattle.
Knotted across midfield. Levesque in, or make that Letou in underneath it. Bonsu will body it through midfield. Settled there by Sakuda. In the center circle, Treshuk right back to Sakuda. Drops it off for Treshuk. He'll switch it to the outside on the left wing for Scott, bringing it forward and long through midfield, but that's tipped away to the outside. Gardner right underneath it for the Sounders. Across, down along inside. Letou stepping in. Has the ball off of Letou to the end line. Harrison diving in, blocks it to keep it in play. Did he? No, he did not. It is a corner kick for the Sounders.
Kenny Burt's, that's a big mistake there. Letou, you never let that guy get in front of you inside the 6. That's a very tough defensive play there. Burt's has got to be tougher. Letou just stepped in front of him. If he gets a better first touch, he's got a shot on goal.
Corner kick for the Sounders. Left-footed kick by Alcaraz Cuellar in on top and drawing it down. It is one right in front of the crossbar, about the middle of the net, was Harrison.
I love the bit of goalkeeping there. Sakuda gets up looking at the keeper saying, hey, what are you doing? He's into the 6. Chase Harrison, a little bit of a push there, and then wins possession of the ball. That's good stuff by Chase.
42nd minute, no score at Paytech.
That was great.
Harrison with the right foot drives it out through the center circle. Up they go. Everybody missed the ball. Ambersley flicking it forward, but in behind Levesque taking it back for the Sounders. Drops it off, and Murrow will then play it out through midfield. Burt stepping up, heads it through midfield. Diallo blocks it aside from Menyonga. Turning it to the outside, but unable to get it to Diallo. And out on the near wing, it's Levesque to chip it away across midfield. Howes after it. Collision with Burt's. Ball sneaks through. Burt's getting to it to drive it aside for Bolton. Turns it to the outside, and Palguda across midfield for Menyonga. He's grabbed onto, but the play goes on. And on the near wing, taken by Ball. All the way across midfield up the left wing side. Ball sneaks it off in the middle for Ambersley. Touching it through for Lines. Turning it back. Ambersley moving in. Tried to spin it off to the right. He had an open lane. Didn't shoot. Tried to get it back for the perfect shot. And the ball then cleared away and out by the Sounders.
I mean, Lyons, I don't think could have set the table any better. It's on his right foot. You come in, you hit one of those swerving balls that swoops around the keeper. He doesn't do it. He takes too many touches. And inside the 18, that door closes so fast.
Turned back at midfield. Palguda now Birch nods it across midfield. Bolton flicks it to the outside for Lyons. Bolton in underneath it, but carried away by Levesque of the Sounders. Out toward midfield. Bumped, and Bolton knocks it away. However, Treshuk, and then it's deflected aside by Ambersley through the center circle. The Rhinos have it. Menyonga dropping it off for Aloisi. Turning back for the ball. Gets to it just in time to keep it in along the far touchline. Rolls it off for Menyonga. Spins it out across midfield on the outside the ball. Turning away, but well, evidently the ball did sneak out across the touchline, so a throw into the far side for the Sounders at midfield.
Sharpness. It's all sharpness. It's more than halfway through the season, and the sharpness for Rochester has kind of gone away. John Ball a little upset with the call out of bounds there, but again, it's all about keeping things sharp and making those connections.
Throw in through midfield. Burt's moving in. He's run over, or actually was Latu got knocked down, took the worst for that one, running into Burt's. On out on the near wing. Lines on the near side. As it's dropped back by Basano and played forward by Murrow for Sakuda, back to Basano as the Sounders have the ball now at their own 30. Knocked away in front, carried off on the near wing, and it's Cuellar out to midfield for Sakuda on the attack. No score in this one, 44th minute. Through ball, but Burt's turning back for it. Plays it off to the keeper, and Harrison will draw it away. For the right foot, drives it out to midfield. Zach Scott in underneath it on the far side of midfield. With the left foot, goes up the far touchline. Underneath it, Aloisi heads it forward. Younger coming back, run up by Treshuk, and the ball coming down 40 yards out. Played off there, Ball will take it away, and the Rhinos have it. John Ball in the attack, drawing it forward, looking for the through ball, but turning back to intercepted Basano, and it's taken away by the Sounders.
It's a good idea there, but for that ball to get through, it's almost impossible.
They get through balls. We go the other way. The 2 takes it down to the 18. Turning back to the right foot. Still has it. Tried to tee it up. Blocked away by Bonsu. On the near side, the ball rolling out will be a throw-in for the Sounders 20 yards out. Looks like Levesque will take the throw-in again. This is 45th minute. No score.
Sakuda will take his time here. Probably try to get the throw in. Eat away at the clock, go in the locker room at halftime 0-0, which is a good result when you come into Rochester for the Sounders, who haven't won here since 1996, and that was in a shootout.
Interesting. 2 minutes of stoppage time, 2 minutes of injury time. Long throw in down inside. House tried to backpedal it. Has it at the end line, is taken away and drawn on the near side and out by Bonsu. 2 minutes as the clock hits the 45-minute mark. You know that, boy, how long did they take with the collision upfield? Should have been probably at least 4 minutes.
But besides that injury, I thought that there was really no other stoppages. And considering the severity of the injury, it wasn't that long.
Throw in down inside the 18, and at the near end of the 6 is headed away out into the stands again on the near side by Bonsu. Another throw in for Treshuk. Takes the run at it. Where's the throw in? Down to the near end of the 6th again. Played away by Bonsu. Heads it away and out top. And knocked aside down to the 18. Latu touching into the outside for Gardner on the left wing. With the right foot down inside again, but headed away by Burt's. Coming out around the 35, moving in underneath it, Treshuk. Not getting to it. Aloisi for the Rhinos. Nods it forward for Bolton. Tips it ahead. Once again, taken away by the Sounders. Cuellar to the outside on the left wing. That's blocked away. Gardner off of Aloisi and out. Throw in on the far side for the Sounders.
A lot of opportunities. Throw-ins deep in Rochester territory.
Played to the end line. Sakuda looking for the cross. Down in front. Hit ball. Tipped out over the end line. And it'll be a goal kick for the Rhinos.
We're seeing the same situation. Bonsu and Chase Harrison, last couple of games, have not been on the same page. Harrison's coming out. Bonsu still heading the ball. And luckily for the Rhinos, it doesn't end up in the back of the net. That's something that's got to be sorted out. They've had enough time to play together and communicate on the same page. We're not seeing it in the last couple of games.
Harrison with the right foot drives it away through midfield. In the center circle. Up for the flick was Diallo, but couldn't reach it. Knocked down again in the center circle. Pushed forward across midfield, and back of the midfield line. Sakuda turns it to the outside of the left flank for Gardner. He'll cross down inside the 18. Head ball in by Levesque. One hopper grab to the midsection by Harrison. The Rhino keeper has the ball.
Great ball into the box. Levesque, a little wishful thinking, though, with the header.
On the near wing as we approach halftime. And evidently the whistle did blow. No, is it? No whistle yet. I thought everybody was starting to walk off the field. They're coming down on the near side for the throw-in in the corner.
Levesque and Benyager have this little battle going on. One touching the shoulder, one grabbing the shorts. It's great to see that.
All right, so the throw-in, there's the whistle, and that ends the first half. Somewhat of an uneventful first half. Each team had some opportunities. Neither team was able to score in that first half of play. The shots were even up, but I don't know. What do you think in that first half?
You know, I think Seattle has kind of got some combinations going. Rochester just hasn't any. There's no rhythm. There's no flow coming out of the midfield right now, and I think that's the problem we've seen with them the last 3 or 4 games. They've got to get some midfield life. Midfield's going to win or lose this game for the Rhinos. If it stays like this, it's not going to be a nice result.
Now, ordinarily you see Delicott up front and Delicott and Diallo, or you see Delicott and Embersley. But now Delicott is out, so you've got Embersley and Diallo. And what does that change up front?
The whole dynamic changes. You don't go long anymore. You got to go short, play the ball on the ground to those guys, and work off of them, supporting them in the attack.
All right, we're going to take our chances here and send you downstairs to Soccer Sam. Sammy, take it away, kiddo.
Thanks, Don. Thanks, Joe. Hey, guys, it's 0-0 to halftime with Chris Aloisi. Chrissy, baby, you played fantastic. A very physical game.
Yeah, very physical. I mean, when they come into town, we have a little bit of history with them, so of course they're going to come in and try to play physical with us now on our home field. But you know, if we keep playing the way we're playing, you know, we'll get decent amount of the ball, and hopefully we'll get a chance in the second half.
Difficult injury up there with Matthew Delicat. Looks like his mouth, something happened there.
Yeah, I think he got knocked in the head a little bit going up for the header. You know, he adds a physical presence for us up top and a target guy. But with that said, Annabelle can come in and do a good job. We play more to feet. We'll be able to, you know, hopefully knock the ball around him, combine a little bit better.
He's number 3. He's Chris Aloisi. Back up to Don and Joe.
All right, Sammy, thank you very much. And Chris, and we're at the half here at Paytech Park. Nothing decided yet. It's the Rhinos and the Sounders scoreless at the half, and this is the Rhinos Broadcast Network.
Hunger has no face. It makes no sound. But it's not hard to find. We know, we're FoodLink. We've been fighting hunger since 1978. Our food bank supplies 550 agencies across Western New York. Our kitchen promotes nutritional wellness. We deliver fresh produce to market. FoodLink needs supporters like you. Together we can end hunger and build a healthy community.
Backyard barbecue? All American. Make every picnic better with Perry's All-American Ice Cream. Life is a bowl of Perry's.
An educational message for you and your family.
While growing up, my father was injured at work and our family was faced with financial uncertainty with nowhere to turn. I know how frustrating and confusing the workers' compensation process can be, but now you have a place to turn to. At Connors & Ferris, our experience will give you and your family peace of mind during this difficult time. Call for our free brochure.
Connors & Ferris, committed to serving Rochester's injured workers. Call 262-COMP today.
Wild things? Panda Paws. Kids are wild for Perry's Panda Paws ice cream. Life is a bowl of Perry's.
So what do you want from a health plan?
Some help staying in shape would be nice.
Your plan offers a $300 gym credit.
And I would love to talk to someone about my asthma.
You can talk with our health coaches anytime.
Could you make my husband's cholesterol prescription more affordable?
Our prescription savings tool can really help.
Now that's a health plan.
That's Blue on Demand from Excellus Blue Cross Blue Shield. Experience it at excellusbcbs.com.
Birthday party? Piece of cake. Make every celebration even more special with Perry's Piece of Cake ice cream. Life is a bowl of Perry's.
We're now here with Kenny Burch, defender extraordinaire. Kenny, we lost our last home game. You were out of the lineup, yellow card accumulation, and a broken nose. How's the nose doing, and how you feeling?
Nose is doing fine. It's a little sore, but it's back in place and doing all right and healing. Excited to be back on the field from serving that one-game suspension. You know, it's hard to sit those out, but unfortunately that's part of the league rules. And excited to get back on the pitch tonight against Seattle.
Your first year as a pro, baby, you go to the championship here, right here at Paytech Park. Unfortunately, we lost, but as a college player, you won a championship. Tell me about that.
It was greatest feeling. I mean, it was the greatest way to finish off my college career at Maryland, playing down in Cary against New Mexico, and finally pulling out that championship that was kind of elusive to us the first 3 years. After being that close the first 3 years in the Final Four and coming away empty-handed, it was a great way to capitalize a career that last year.
Man, Kenny Burch, man, the guy who wins championships in college. We're going to win one this year right here at Paytech Park. Maybe with this guy here. Kenny, he wears number 4. You better come and see him next Rhino home game. Kenny, say goodbye to the people.
See you, people. We'll see you later, Rochester.
I went to 10 dealerships. I was denied 10 times because of my credit. Until I found one simple solution. Amazing. Guaranteed credit approval in less than 30 seconds.
Ask us about our guaranteed credit approval by calling the Mollier Resale Center. We always say yes.
Nothnagel Realtors makes your home shopping experience even easier with our exclusive television show. During Nothnagel Realtors Showcase of Homes, we'll visit dozens of properties throughout the greater Rochester area, offering a variety of styles and price ranges. This is a great way to learn about the current real estate market, and you may see the home of your future. If not, keep watching because we'll bring you new homes every week. Just one more advantage that Rochester's Realtor offers you.
Oh, here he is. Well, he's only 2 hours late this time.
Hey, I'm surprised you still remember how to get here. Hey, Mom wants her shirt back.
He brought beer.
So I brought beer. Did you, son? Did you really?
I had higher SATs.
Dive into outdoor fun with Pettis Pools and Patio, transforming backyards since 1962 with quality in-ground swimming pools, or add some excitement with an above-ground pool. Escape in a hot tub, the ultimate home improvement, or enjoy Soft Tub, America's favorite portable hot tub. If it's patio, it's got to be Pettis. New styles, new designs, and new low prices. Voted Rochester's #1 pool company 4 years in a row. Shop Greece and East Rochester, Pettis Pools and Patio.
Mine. 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 Oh yeah, that's mine.
Farish Apartments. All the amenities, all yours. Stress-free living spaces. See them all at farish.com today.
Mine.
Back there at halftime with Joe Giuliano. Joey, tell us about the first half.
Well, Sammy, a very uneventful first half. I think the biggest thing was the injury to Matthew Delicott. Hopefully he's going to be okay. We'll take a look at that as well. It's at the half, it's 0-0 Rochester and Seattle. And we've got some great highlights to take a look at here tonight from the first half. Very difficult first half for the Rhinos. Botso, a little flick in the air. Chase Harrison did a nice job coming off his line there. Howes gets the flick, but it's over the net. Seattle, a lot of good pressure in that first half. Harrison tonight has been very aggressive coming off his line, that time on Latu. Corner kick in the first half. Cuellar very deadly on those serves, and Harrison coming out with a hard punch. Maybe getting the ball, maybe getting the player as well, but the big line here is nothing goes in the back of the net. Chase Harrison making a nice save there for the Rhinos in the first half. Aloisi with the throw, and he's had a very solid first half. The little touch, the layoff to John Ball, top of the 18. There's no way Islander sees this from Seattle. It swerves just wide of the far post, and if he makes a save on that, it's in the back of the net already. There's no way he's going to see that one as well. Cross into the box. There's no one pushing up forward for the Rhinos. That's where you want to throw some numbers into the box and fill the box as we look at Rex the Rhino. And Soccer Sam's been spinning this ball the entire time. What's going on?
This is Wilson's cousin, Umbro. It's his cousin.
Up with Soccer Sam, we're at the half here in Rochester. We played 45 minutes. There's no score. The Rochester Raging Rhinos and the Seattle Sounders coming back on the Time Warner Sports Network.
Wouldn't it be nice to have services that make you feel special? Like a butler or a chauffeur or a personal financial advisor, someone who knows you and your goals. Well, it could happen. You might just be worth more than you think. Enough to qualify for personalized financial services from our Wealth Strategies Group. Everything from investments and taxes to trusts and estates. Oh, and wouldn't that be nice? Because at Canandaigua National Bank and Trust, you're worth more.
Hi, I'm Darren Hughes, back in control of a greener HughesCo. 4 years in running, HughesCo has won the Excellence in Energy Savings Award for NYSERDA in New York State for home performance with Energy Star. We've also just been chosen by the Department of Energy to help conceptualize programs to stop global warming. HughesCo does free energy assessments with pre-approval. Then we install windows, doors, insulation, heating and cooling, solar renewable energy. Call HughesCo at 235-STAR today.
This should give you some idea of the difference between beer and Genesee Cream Ale. Smooth Genesee Cream Ale. It's not the same old brewski.
The biggest names, the best courses, the most important events. I'm your host, Todd Sadowski. Join me every week right here for Eastern Golf TV.
Eastern Golf, Tuesday and Friday evenings, only on Time Warner Sportsnet.
Hi, this is Rich Ide from Dick Ide Pontiac. For 3 generations, people have been getting the best deal at Dick Ide. So if you're looking for a new car, come and check out our selection of Pontiacs. We have the most popular models available, like the Solstice, the G6, and the Vibe. We also have a great selection of used cars to choose from too. And we stand behind every used car we sell with the best warranty in town. So check out dickide.com, or better yet, come and see us today at Dick Ide Pontiac in Penfield, where you are always number one.
Soccer fans, we're back here at the Heineken halftime show right here at Paytech Park. Joe Giuliano, maybe a lot going on. You saw the Rhinestones, but I don't want to say nothing, but I can't wait till Friday night. Every game they change their outfits, and it's such a family event here.
It's a wonderful event going to the Rhinestones, taking a look at them in support of the tragedy that's happened in Fairport in the last couple of days. So our hearts and our prayers go out to the families and the people in the community of Fairport, New York. So it's a great opportunity by the Rhinestones. Stats in the first half here at Paytech Park. We'll take a look at them for you. We played 45 minutes. There's no score. Rochester and Seattle. 4 saves for Chase Harrison in the game. Only 1 for Chris Islander. Offsides 2 for the Sounders, 1 for the Rhinos. Not a lot of fouls in that first half. 3 fouls for the Sounders, 1 for the Rhinos. No yellow cards, although there could have been a couple of yellow cards issued in that first half, but let's look at your stats. And the main stat, Sammy, is there's no goals scored. 0-0 tonight after 45 minutes of play here at Paytech Park. But if you break down the first half, I think Seattle maybe had the better possession in the half.
They were playing more like a team together, but I'll tell you that Deli injury, Joe, I'm really concerned. I mean, Matthew Delicat, we've had a problem scoring all year long. He's our leading scorer, 5 goals, 1 assist. He's probably done for the season. If it's a broken jaw, he's definitely done for the season.
You know what's ironic about that whole situation with the Matthew Delicat injury? Great service in the box from Scott Palguda. Zach Scott, the player who comes in, it's not a cheap shot. He comes in hard, tries to win the ball, but Zach Scott has 5 yellow cards right now. He should be sitting out this game, but they got it postponed to the July 12th game against Vancouver. So if Zach Scott is not in the lineup tonight, the injury to Delicat doesn't happen, but you talked to Scotty Vallow as he was walking off the field, and possible broken jaw.
He's on his way to the hospital right now for x-rays, so we're hoping it's not, but that's what they're thinking it is right now. But it was tough. Just head right in the jaw, right lower jaw, Joe. It's kind of like when a boxer gets hit there. It shatters the jawbone. I mean, I saw him coming off the field. He was bleeding. It looked like he was holding his jaw. It was to the right a little bit. See him right there with trainer Dave DiPasquale.
That's a great shot of Matthew Delicat. Unfortunately, he's on his way to Strong Memorial Hospital, and he will hopefully not be too severely injured. But now with the change, Ambersley comes in. He's playing up top with Diallo. So what happens now to the dynamic of the Rhinos attack?
Well, Ambersley hasn't played in a while. He's got a problem with his ankle, so let's see what happens. But, I mean, I tell you, I'm waiting for Boom Boom to come in. Ray Boom Boom Martinez, I think he can make the difference. Hopefully we'll see him here in the second half.
Yeah, Ray Martinez has been incredible coming off the bench for the Rhinos this season. We were surprised that he wasn't the one to go with instead of Ambersley.
Well, Ambersley being injured, I thought for sure Boom Boom would come in, but, you know, Boom Boom he struggles, playing 45 minutes. So let's see. He's a good 30-minute player right now. For whatever reason, his fitness isn't where it needs to be. It's getting better, though.
Your thoughts on Zach Scott from the Seattle Sounders? Again, he got his 5th yellow card. Again, he technically should be out of the game, but they postponed until July 12th. If he's not here, there's no injury to Delicat.
Joe, you say that, but I think it's all destiny. Everything in life's destiny. There's a reason why you and I are doing this. Everything's destiny. If it wasn't Scott, it could have been someone else that did it. The league kind of made an exception because they needed players to make this trip, so they did what they had to do.
Well, hopefully for Matthew Delicat, things work out well. Our thoughts and prayers go out to Matthew Delicat. Friday night, Sammy. Huge game coming up. I mean, this game, it promotes itself. The Carolina Railhawks coming to town. You can't wait to talk, so take it away.
You see the Hawks? I mean, Scotty Schweitzer's coming to town. That's right, Friday night. You better be here. 8 o'clock start here. So you guys that are playing adult soccer, you play the game, you come here a little later. But Scotty Schweitzer, Frankie Sanfilippo, Johnny, Man of Steel, and Endosian, Conley Endosian.
You speak of Endosian. I got to interrupt you for a second. He scored against Rochester and Carolina. The little thumbs up to Coach Callaway. I'm sure there's going to be some repercussions for that.
I'll tell you, he said to Coach, you let me go. Look what I did. I scored against you. But Callaway had some nice comments against him. And Chris Economides, the man that kind of helped build this franchise back in the day, is coming back home for the first time with his brand new team. So if you haven't come to a game yet this season here at Paytech, that's the game this Friday night.
Scotty Schweitzer, the great defender, now suit and tie on the sidelines.
You think he's going to come out with the suit and tie with the Hulk Hogan thing? That'd be wild.
He may be. So, folks, don't forget, it's Friday night here at Paytech Park. The Rochester Raging Rhinos taking on the Carolina Railhawks. And there's a look at Soccer Sam doing his pregame duties here from Paytech Park. We played 45 minutes, no score, Rochester and Seattle. You're watching Raging Rhino Soccer on Time Warner Sports Network, Channel 26. And there's a little Lennon Steenkamp, the former Rhino, in-house tonight. 0-0 after 45 minutes of play from Paytech Park, Rochester and Seattle. Time Warner Sports Network, Channel 26.
The Rhinos take on the Carolina Railhawks on Friday, July 6th at 8:05. Kids, don't miss a special appearance by Gary the Happy Pirate. Come and enjoy live music starting at 7 o'clock. Get your Battle Value Pack at the Paytech Park box office. That's 4 tickets for only $24. Call 454-KICK for more information. Tickets are available at the Paytech Park box office, Ticketmaster.com, or call 232-1900 to charge by phone. Come see why we are Soccertown, USA.
Salvatore's Pizza, the family born and raised in Rochester, New York, and proud of
2, 3, 4, 5, 5, 5, 5.
Salvatores!
Here at Auction Direct, the pricing and the value, I mean, it was amazing.
They made me feel like I was right at home.
And I found that they were $3,000 to $4,000 lower than other dealers.
I love the online availability of Auction Direct.
It's fantastic.
I would absolutely recommend Auction Direct to friends and family, and I already have.
Salvatore's Pizza, spotless clean locations and open view kitchens.
2, 3, 4, 5, 5, 5, 5.
Salvatores!
Have you enjoyed a Budweiser lately? Because I can only describe the smoothness you'll get from Beechwood Aging. I can only tell you about the choicest hops. But if you really want to understand what makes Budweiser the king of beers, you have to taste it. Just taste it. The perfect balance of flavor and refreshment. Budweiser. Open up a world of taste.
Salvatore's Pizza, fresh baked Italian sub bread.
2, 3, 4, 5, 5, 5, 5.
Salvatores!
Paytech Park tonight, it is scoreless at the half between the Rhinos and the visiting Seattle Sounders. No scoring in the first half, and each team was even at 8 on the shot clock. Welcome back to Paytech Park as the Rhinos and Sounders still nothing decided at this point as we head into the second half of play. And the Rhinos are out onto the field. They haven't seen the Sounders players coming out onto the pitch as of yet. So, well, we do see them coming this way now to the field from the locker room, but the Rhinos players are out and huddling up to talk things over. As we look it over, I don't see any substitutions at this point to begin the second half. Of course, there was one substitution made in the first half when the Rhinos striker Matthew Delicott went out in a collision, had blood around the mouth, and looked like maybe if, I don't know, a cut lip or maybe a tooth or something like that, but had plenty of blood, and he left with Mike Ambersley coming in to take over up front. He joins Amad Diallo in the forward striker's position, and we'll see what happens here, but that would be the only substitution thus far in the match for either side. As we watch the Seattle players coming out onto the pitch, I don't see any changes there either. Rochester now will be shooting in the net to our right, and of course in goal down to our left is Chase Harrison. Well, the Rhinos certainly will be very concerned to see what the case may be with Matthew Delicott and how seriously he might be hurt. And not sure in that kind of collision with a lot of blood around the mouth area that it could even be a jaw program, a jaw problem. So we'll find out probably sometime tomorrow just how serious that injury might be. Still awaiting the start of the second half. Scoreless first half. And making his way back from Downstairs, Joe Giuliano had been out at the hot dog stand. And
yeah, the helicopter not working to get me back up here in time, so the stairs had to do for me.
Here we go now as play is underway in the second half. Again, the Rhinos shooting it to my right as the ball is played back down to the 20 and taken there by Merle. He'll roll it forward. Checking back of the ball. Treshek switching to the outside of the near wing for Gardner. One touch forward to the midfield line. And the long chip on the left side. Gardner won't get to it. Ball is skipping out of bounds on the near side. Throw in for the Rhinos from their own 30 on the near wing.
That was a nice build up there by the Sounders. They went inside, kind of drew the Rhinos defense out of shape a little bit there, then quickly back outside. It's just that last touch not on the mark for the quick attack by the Sounders.
Aloisi with the throw in. Waiting for help. Now long out toward midfield, but that's chipped forward by Scott and headed toward the middle by Howes. Off in the middle, taken away from Latu, and the Rhinos have it. Dropping it back, Balguda from his 25. Rolls it to the outside of the left wing for Lyons. He'll drop it back again. One touch ahead, Balguda out near midfield, and Ambersley checking back on the ball. We'll switch it off to the near side of the field. The right wing for Aloisi. Last midfield on the attack. Looking for the through ball. Diallo tips it to the outside. Ball in underneath it. Heads it forward toward the corner. Gardner stepping back as they tie up and ball coming away. Then it's blocked off his foot and out off of Scott and throw in on the near side for the Rhinos.
Great work though by John Ball. He's going to have to attract two defenders to come in and slow him down there. It's good stuff. John Ball's got some spark here to start.
Throw into Aloisi. Back to the outside. Ball again returns it to Aloisi. His cross down along the 6, knocked down, moving in, is unable to get a shot away, Younger, and the ball played out top. On away, Cuellar, but blocked off his foot over the far wing, and turning back goes Levesque. On to the outside, long on the right wing and through midfield. After it, Latu spins it ahead. Cuellar in behind, but getting to it. Bolton will play it back to the keeper, and his 6 taken there by Harrison.
The Rhinos want to get some momentum right at the start of the half. Dictate the tempo and where this game is going to go. Don't let Seattle get so many touches and get confident away from home.
Big bouncer through midfield out of the left wing side, carried down by Gardner. Cross down along the 6, moving in Latu. Skipped by his right toe out over the end line. The Rhinos let Latu go. He was all alone.
Don, it's the second time. This is if I'm the head coach of the team, that's a disastrous defensive move by the Rhinos. Kenny Burtz and Bonsu are nowhere to be seen. They're just relaxing. And actually, it's Bonsu who's got to be a little deeper there. Not to knock on Kenny Burtz there. He's got the midfield, the central part of the box. But that is just poor defending by Bonsu.
Howes drawing it off in the middle. Back to pick it off his foot as Younger. The Rhinos take it away. Younger switching from side to side. Turns to get away. Switches back again. Drops it off at his 20 for Burtz. In the middle, turning it to the outside of the near wing, and hit with it is Aloisi. From his 30, goes to the outside along the near wing, and the ball was out of bounds. Out of bounds, throwing on the near side for the Rhinos from their own side of the midfield line.
Now Bonsu and Burtz in the middle, just not playing well together.
Well, the coach yelling at the referee, and the ref blows the whistle, says, wait a minute, I want to talk to the coach. The coach is arguing over who should have had the throw in.
Yeah, Schmetzer's been up off the bench, and he's been in the fourth official's ear all night long, and Nico Bretzi's this time said that's enough.
Forward, Diallo bumped away from the ball by Scott. Turned back in the middle, Merle to Basano, and across midfield to the midfield line, taken by Latu. Trying to draw it forward as he turns to get away from Bonsu. Ball brought forward, knocked away by Burtz, and again, now finding the foul is called as the Seattle coach up and yelling at the referee.
Yeah, Bonsu.
Give him a red shirt, what the heck?
Bonsu's, he's behind the play again, though. The referee is going to let this go on if there's an advantage, but Latu is definitely tugged on from behind. Bonsu's been chasing the play all night long. I think Jason Perry and Kenny Burtz make a better tandem, but Bonsu is still in there right now, and he has definitely struggled.
35 yards out on the kick. Down inside the box, but getting to it, it's hammered away by Balguda out through midfield. Knocked down there, taken away again by the visiting Sounders. No score in this one. We're in the 50th minute here at Paytech. On the near wing, Cuellar dropping back. He'll play it all the way back down to the keeper. Islander moving out. At the 18, will right foot it away and across midfield. Sneaks out of bounds, and he puts it in the stands on the far side. A throw in for the Rhinos.
You can see a little bit of a weakness there. Islander with the ball at his feet. Very poor touch, setting up the clearance, and good job by Diallo to pressure him and force him into that scary little touch.
Balguda on the left wing side through midfield. In underneath the Lions, off the toe. Tipped it forward, however, in behind. Basano taking it back for the Sounders through midfield, but in turn turning back as Younger to spin it away. on the left wing side and across midfield. Carried forward by Lyons on a pass in the middle for Ambersley. Switching back to the right foot. Throws it out to the center circle. Bolton will turn it to the outside of the near wing and a hit for Aloisi. Out the right side for a ball. Works back toward the middle. Sneaks by one and another. Has it 25 yards out in the middle. Left foot takes the roller in, but it'll skip wide to the right post out over the end line.
You got to give John Ball credit there. He works so hard at finding that space. Maybe even another 2, 3, 4 yards forward and try and push it forward some more. Another Rhino legend in-house tonight, former goalkeeper Billy Andracki, visiting his good friend Lennon Steenkamp and checking out a game. It's interesting to see Billy up in the stands instead of on the sidelines with Coach Calloway.
Well, you know, he could use some of Lennon's hair. Cross midfield, knocked down by Bolton, tips it off, and on the far side, carrying it forward.
Billy Don said that.
Slipped through midfield and a hit on the left wing, brought forward by Lyons. I could use some of Lennon's hair myself. Long cross to the back post out over the end line and misses the net, and it'll be a goal kick coming up for the visiting Sounders. Sponsors of these broadcasts include Phoenix Graphics for all your printing needs, Foodlink, Abundance Shared, and by the Farish Group. The best seat in the house is in your Farish apartment. See them all at farish.com.
The Rhinos have done a good job of pushing more numbers into the box. Now it's on the other end of things where the quality of the cross, it just hasn't been on the mark. Lyons did a good job streaking down the flank and just didn't put it on the mark.
Highlander able to drive it out through midfield. Up goes Bonsu, but flighted over him. Aloisi now will volley it through midfield for Lyons, stopping in the center circle. But didn't get enough on it as it's totaled away again by the Sounders. Into Rhino territory. Cuellar pushing it to the outside, and Levesque up the right wing for Latuba getting back. Here's Bonsu to tip it off the right toe off of the far wing. The two getting to it, then taken away nicely by Bonsu. Pass forward to Lyons, dropping it back, and the Blues ball is taken by Menyunger. Nice switch back to the left foot to get away from Treshuk, and across midfield come the Rhinos. Brought forward by Lyons, trying to turn back in the middle, grabbed onto, pulled off the ball, finally the foul is called. Can you believe it? There's only, I think, 5, maybe 6 fouls in this game so far.
It's been very surprising. I think it was 3 for Rochester at the half and 1 for Seattle. So the flow hasn't been entertaining, but it's been there. It hasn't been a lot of stoppages with tugs and fouls.
Off the left wing, fire to the box. Lyons chips it down in front. A side volley kick by Diallo, but blocked away. Headed in the air along the 6, and then booted away by Scott out the far wing. In underneath it, Palgudas sends it down in the box again. Knocked around. There's the ball, then hammered away and out. Back at midfield, Aloisi touching it forward to Bolton. Turning it back to the outside, Aloisi trying to play it in front, puts it off the foot of Howes out over the touchline on the near side. A throw in for the Rhinos.
Bassanio almost made a huge mistake defensively for the Sounders. He wanted to head it back to Islander, and Islander wasn't on the same page, and it bounced inside the 6. And luckily for Seattle, no one for the Rhinos there to pounce on it.
Bonsu puts it up the right wing, but it skips away and out of bounds. Soren on the near side for the Sounders from their own 18.
Good chance. Pressure to pin them in deep in their own half of the field. And the marking is just a little loose still.
Throwing out to the midfield line. The 2 off the toe as the ball knocked loose on the near wing and taken by Gardner at midfield. Looking for the through ball, but blocked away by Aloisi. Touching it ahead of midfield for Menyunger. Turning back and across midfield on the attack, looking to get away. Turns it off to the right side for Ambersley, but that's tackled away. Blocked forward by Bolton. Diallo coming back to help out. However, taken again by the Sounders and put away and out. Throw in on the near side for the Rhinos from the Seattle 40.
Ambersley's not 100%. You can see that nice little ball there from Menyunger, and Ambersley just didn't go in hard on the challenge. Josh Bolton now, who started for Kevin Burns tonight, he's a little quiet tonight. Had a couple nice changes of play, but overall, defensive midfielder. You see a lot of quiet nights from those guys.
Booted out through midfield, turning back forward Bonsu for the Rhinos. Ball on the near wing, right foot's it across midfield, tipped to the outside by Sakuda for Gardner. Right back to Sakuda, but tackled away nicely by Bolton, then deflected away and sent through midfield. Rhinos after it, back goes Burtz. Off on the left side for Palguda, back in the middle for Kenny Burtz. From his 35, ahead of the midfield circle for Bolton, checking back. Spins it to the outside and working up the left wing across midfield comes Palguda. Tips it ahead, but right into the chest of Bassanio and played off in the far wing. Knocked down there by the Sounders. Long chip up the right side will skip out of bounds. Throwing across the way for the Rhinos from their own side of midfield.
Levesque, I think it was a good idea. Cuellar was making a run, and the ball from Levesque just goes out of bounds. Palguda now, he pushes up on that left side. That's where things can get dangerous. If he's got that space behind him and possession is won, Seattle can knock it through quickly.
Delivered through midfield, but knocked aside again by the Sounders. 55th minute of Paytech, no score. Has at midfield, picked up, and it's a long chip up the right side by Sakuda. In underneath it is Treshuk. Far into the 18, looking for the cross down in front. Hit ball is out over the end line. Corner kick for Seattle.
So we just talked about Pelguda starts to push up a little bit. When that happens, Bonsu or Burtz, one of those guys becomes an outside defender, and you fill the gap left by Pelguda. You can see he's chasing back there, does a good job to recover and knock it out of play. Scott Pelguda, young, a lot of energy, never stops playing, working hard, and he's been a great Rhino for this 2007 season.
Gardner to take the corner kick, 56th minute. And short to the far end of the box, knocked back to the outside again, taken by Gardner, left foot, takes a crack at the frame and puts it up over top of the crossbar.
Well, there hasn't been a lack of opportunities to take a good look at the goal and get a shot away. That time Gardner did a good job to find some space and just doesn't make solid contact on the shot.
So a goal kick for the Rhinos.
In my opinion tonight, I think Chris Aloisi has been a standout performer on the defensive side for the Rhinos. His best performance of the year so far.
Harrison setting the ball at the 6. With the right foot. He'll send it out through midfield. Bolton up, able to flick it forward. Hammersley trying to get underneath it. Knocked down. Now Menyonger towing it forward. However, he's taken down. As play goes on, ball comes out on the near wing. Played by Scott through center. And Latu will head it back at the midfield line for Sakuda. As he tangles with Bolton, but gets a pass away for Cuellar. Turned back by Lines in the middle. Picked up once again by Sakuda in his own side of midfield to Scott. Back to the right foot side. Sends it through midfield, but blocked away. Carried out by Menyonger. Looking for the through ball up the right side after it goes Ambersley. Turns it off at the near wing. Ball is making a run through. As is Dietto. Ambersley along the 18, working toward the middle. Turns, spins it off to Menyonger. Has it 30 yards out of the middle. Return pass to Ambersley. Back to the right foot side. Moving in. Takes the shot. He missed the upper right corner. Out over top of the net over the end line. A goal kick for the Sounders.
Very nice work. Mike Ambersley, he'll take some players on, and he'll take a shot on goal. That's good stuff from the Rhinos forward. Finally gets a good look at the goal. Doesn't like his angle, just takes it to the right a little more. Islander watches it sail over, but as a forward, that's where you take your chances. Take defenders on, see what happens. You open up some space, get a clear shot at goal. A good bit of work there from Mr. Ambersley.
Goal kick through midfield, blocked forward by Menyonger, and then it's volleyed downfield and turned out on the near wing. Back for it goes Aloisi, lets it roll out. Throw in for the Rhinos from their own 20 on the near side. This is the 58th minute, no score here at Paytech. Rhinos in their 17th game of the season. Sounders one game in hand, it's their 16th. Aloisi with the throw in, headed down by Sakuda. For Howes, flicks it back toward the middle and behind Sakuda, and Cuellar trying to get loose. Cuellar turns it back, drops it off in the center circle, gets a return pass from Treshuk. Off the left side, flighted over top. Down the near wing, chipped for the back post, and grabbed off the line by Harrison. Boy, he was back inside the net, but kept his arms outside and the ball over the line.
That's a tough save to make. The wind also wreaking havoc on that ball that's high in the air, sneaking in towards the goal. And a great service, though, from Cuellar to free Gardner on this near side.
Cross midfield on the far wing and then booted away. Cross midfield into Rhino territory. Brought away. Pass to the center circle by Birch. Switch to the outside of the near wing for Aloisi. Turns back to get away from Howes. Drops it off there for Bonsu. Into the outside again for Aloisi. Just barely got it away from Howes across midfield for Diallo. Turns back with the ball. Rolls it off in the middle for Lines. He'll switch it to the left wing and ahead with it. Now brought forward by Pelguda. Return pass in the middle. Ambersley, one touch to the outside for Lines. Fire into the 18. Looking for a cross on the 6. Down in front. Skips through on the near side. Blocked out over the end line.
Hunger, who's the opportunistic guy who's going to finish that? It was a good service at the 6. Someone's got to be hungry there to knock it in. Just poke it home. A good little touch there laid off by Ambersley. And a great cross from Aaron Lines. Just kind of rolls through no one there for the Rhinos. It's all about hunger. The great forwards, the Kinalias, those guys had the nose for the goal. They bury that ball.
Corner kick for the Rhinos. They go out top, near corner of the 18. Got away from Menyonger, spinning it back to the right foot side. Turns it to the outside again for Pelguda. Tried to cross in front, but blocked away out over the near touchline by the defender Merle. So a throw in now deep in the right wing corner for the Rhinos.
So that's something you don't see much of anymore. A guy like Giorgio Quinalia from the Cosmos, 75, 80 minutes non-existent. Then that one chance comes in like that, boom, goal. Game is over. The Rhinos need a poacher, a finisher like that.
Ball with the throw-in line drive down inside the 18, headed away on the near wing. Moving in, Aloisi blocks it down. Lines to the outside, Menyonger. Roller in front, but blocked away on the near wing once again. Menyonger drops it to the outside, right wing corner for John Ball. Looking for the cross. Gardner gets the foot on it, pops it up in the air, comes down near end of the 18 and skips away. Moving in, Menyonger, side volley kick, blocked away on the near wing again. Aloisi will volley it forward, down inside the box, but headed away, out over the end line. Another corner for the Rhinos.
Mix it up, throw things at the Sounders, and now the Rhinos now getting possession, getting opportunities in the box as they're throwing some numbers forward and putting the pressure now on the Seattle defense. Will they break? We'll see.
Pelguda, left-footed kick, in-swinging kick off the right wing side. Tips it for the back post. In they go, and the ball knocked down. Out the far end of the 18, taken away. Levesque on the far wing, chased there by Burtz. A pass along the wing, but knocked down by Ball. On the far side, turns to get away from Howes. Knocked down along the end line, but couldn't keep it in play. Skips away, got away from him out of bounds. Throw in on the far side for the Sounders.
On that last corner kick, though, Kenny Burtz, what a great aggressive run he made in trying to head the ball off the corner kick from Pelguda. He's frustrated. You could see he's angry, and he came in with some fire. If he makes contact on that ball, that's a lot for Islander to handle.
Islander will take the kick. On the 18, right foots it out through midfield. Ball coming down, blocked aside, Bolton in underneath it. As the foul is called on the Rhinos, so a free kick for the Sounders from 40 yards out off the right wing.
What's a little shove among former teammates' house?
Just a little push.
Kenny Burtz, who were actually kind of close with the Rhinos, taking a little tumble there.
Right-footed kicker. Alcaraz Cuellar. They'll line it up, and with the service, sends it low to the 18. Tipped forward by Latu, then booted away by Burtz off of the far side for Lines. Getting to it, Ambersley knocks it away for Lines. And out to midfield for Diallo. Up the right wing side, ball after it. And the foot race with Sakuda is bumped off the ball. It rolls away down to the 18. Foul is called, and the Rhinos will have the kick 35 yards out. A little bit to the right of center, and all of the Seattle players will have a few words for the referee.
I agree. Sakuda and John Ball, that was a 50-50 challenge. No foul there, but the Rhinos catch a break. Great ball, though, from Diallo. Spins, it's Lines, quick counterattack, quick spin, through ball, the streaking Johnny Ball's there. That's a 50-50 ball. In my book, that's no foul.
Well, there was a little push at the other end. He called it. He had to call it at this end.
No, and no.
Who asked you?
Not you.
63rd minute, no score.
Slight breeze at the back of Lines and Ambersley, so we'll see what they come up with.
Line stepping in over the ball. It's tipped for the back post side. That's headed away out of the box. Off of the left wing, taken by Lines. Draws it to the outside. Down to the corner, Menyonger spinning it back to the right foot. As he gets tied up, it's taken away by Levesque. Played up the right wing and across midfield. Here comes Latu. On the attack, Sebastian Latu pushing the ball a long way ahead. Pooh out the near side underneath the Cuellar. Takes a shot in, grabbed at the post. Nailing it down, Harrison holds on.
Big save, Chase Harrison. Cuellar normally was on the feeding end of things. This time he gets a look at goal, and the youngster Chase Harrison, big diving save to his right.
Big kick through midfield by Harrison.
It's all about the counterattacks now. Cuellar on the end of it, and Harrison watches it the whole way. He's got a good clean look at it. And Cuellar out of the air with the left foot. Good shot.
Chipped through midfield by Basano. Back for it goes Burtz, and he and Latu battle, and the ball on the far side is played out to midfield. Tipped across midfield. Diallo settles at the feet. Launched there by Treshuk, but gets away. On the left wing, turning back, drops it to the outside for Lines. Pulling it down to the 35, working toward the middle. Aaron Lines to the attack from the 20. Taken down, the ball knocked aside. Play goes on.
Now that's one you maybe call.
Carried off. Out to midfield for Latu, dropping it back once again, and Cuellar to the outside. Long chip through midfield. Bonsu in behind. He and Latu battling for the ball. Push to the middle on the 18, and back is Aloisi to knock it away before Howes was ready to tee it up.
Aloisi has been in the right place, the right time. Defending, his timing has been perfect. His positioning has been excellent when he's had to shift over from this near side.
Carried away off of Menyonger, turn tackles it aside, but now he's called for a foul.
It's getting sloppy.
Substitutions coming up here. 65th minute and no score from Paytech Park.
Got the yellow card. He will get the yellow card.
Who, Johnny?
He got the yellow card. And Menyonger, his first touch is really what fails him. Levesque comes in, wins the ball after the poor first touch. That's just a little frustration from Johnny Menyanger against Levesque.
So the free kick for the Sounders back near the midfield line off the right wing side. Right now, Seattle 12 shots, the Rhinos have 10.
Substitutions, will they come in now? We'll see. No, we'll wait till after the restart, looks like.
And the delivery from Cuellar. Sends it down inside the 18, near end of the 6, headed away and out by Palguda. On the near wing where it's chased after by Ball, spins it out toward midfield. Ambersley has it. Being challenged there, taken down by Treshuk. Foul is called, a restart for the Rhinos from their own 35. Ball, a quick restart, but the ref says, no, it's a little too quick.
It's a good idea there by Ball, but the foul, there's no reason for Treshuk to do it. Ambersley's in his own half of the field. He's got his back to the Seattle goal. You just light pressure, you get your body on him. There's no reason to foul him there. That's a freebie for the Rhinos. They'll take this all day.
Well, 66-minute substitutions are made for the Rhinos. Bolton is out and Martinez is in. 66 minute.
Santa Maria Rivera playing on this left side. He's a very technical player coming in for Gardner, and he gets a touch on the ball immediately.
On away upfield now by Cuellar. Pass ahead to Howes. Being pushed as the ball rolls to the near touchline and off of Bunsu and out. No, it's off of Howes and out. Throw in for the Rhinos. Quickly up the right side, Martinez in underneath, but that's kicked away by Scott. Out of bounds on the near side, a throw in for the Rhinos from the Seattle 35 on the near wing.
Josh Bolton was playing as a defensive midfielder for Rochester Martinez. It's all about the attack for him. We'll take a look here and see what kind of tactical adjustment the Rhinos have made.
Menyanger drops it outside. Aloisi back toward the middle. Menyanger from 25 yards out. Looking for the through ball, but booted away by Basano on the near wing. Pass off into the middle, carried away Letou, but he's taken down, and Menyanger after it. As he got tangled up with Letou, a whistle to stop play. And evidently a foul was called on the Rhinos. Well, Menyanger came down on top of Letou with his cleats, but caught him right sort of in the right cheek. That's the cheek on the back end.
Menyanger's going to want to be a little careful here. Yeah, you can see he kind of takes that swipe with the right foot. He's got a yellow card already, and Menyanger's going to want to be careful. One more yellow, he's done for the night.
68th minute and no score here at Paytech.
A little bit of a chance there from Menyanger. Ray Martinez, we talked about him earlier. It's all about the attack for him. Looks like he's on the right side of midfield. John Ball looks like he's slotted in to the Josh Bolton spot behind Menyanger and Lyons.
Chipped up the near wing, but headed away by Martinez on the near side. Diallo drops it off for Martinez. Drawing it forward through midfield, goes to the outside. Diallo after it, won't get to it as it rolls out of bounds. Throw in for the Sounders from their own 35 on the near side.
It's frustration now for the Rhinos. Diallo, Martinez not on the same page. I think Diallo wanted Martinez to go central, and Ray went back to the outside with that ball.
Handed away by Bonsu on the near wing. Ball stepping in, but off of his boot and out. Throw in for the Sounders along the near side. Deep up the left wing side for Cuellar. Back to challenge him as Ball. Cuellar goes down. Ball turns in behind, brings it away. And then tackled away by Rivera. Near the end line, rolls it down inside the box. Cuellar to the end line, but it got away from him. Rolls out over the end line. A goal kick for the Rhinos. Sponsors of these broadcasts include the Distillery, now open in Grease and Ridge Road and 390. By Dodge, grab life by the horns, that's Dodge. Also by Connors and Ferris, workers' comp and social security attorneys, call 262-COMP.
Where we call home, sponsored by Non-Legal Realtors.
Kick by Harrison through midfield. Getting back for it, Zach Scott for the Sounders on the near wing. Kick it by Embersley at midfield as he's chased all the way back to his own side of midfield. Sends it through midfield off of the far wing, and now approaching midfield. Palguda up the left wing for Lyons. Stepping in to take it away momentarily. The Sounders, but the Rhinos recover the ball. On the left wing and a roller ahead. Diallo dropping it off from Menyanger. One touch ahead in the middle for Ambersley. Turns it to the outside. Martinez at the 18. Looks back at the left foot. To the right side. Takes the shot off the short side. And punching it just wide of the net was Islander. Got it by the right post and out over the end line. A corner kick for the Rhinos.
That's a great save by the keeper, but awesome work from Ray Martinez. It's a nice service from Ambersley to continue the run of play to the near side. Fake shot, cuts it back, and that buys Martinez just enough space to take a look at goal there. Zach Scott bought the fake, and that's a good save.
Now good, a kick from the back post side. Hit it away, flicked out of the box to the far wing. In underneath the Letou for the Sounders, bringing it away. Chased off of the far side. at midfield, but knocked away into the stand, so it'll be a throw-in at the midfield line on the far side for Seattle.
It's a little bit of a games with the head coaches going on. Santa Maria brings the pep in for Seattle, Martinez for Rochester. Who will have the bigger impact? We'll see.
Run away by Ball of the Rhinos, turning it to the outside of the left wing for Lyons. At midfield, the roller through midfield as it snuck in behind Diallo and recovered there by the Sounders. No score in this game, 70th minute here at Paytech. To the outside of the near wing. Rod ahead by Scott on the left wing side, long downfield. Rolling ball all the way down to the 18. It's knocked away by Latou. Harrison tried to get back, and it's turned over and put in the net. Oh boy, Harrison came out, but he slowed up on the ball because it wasn't going to make it to the 18. Latou got to it first, stuck around Harrison with the left foot, rolls it in, and the Sounders take a 1-0 lead.
That is going to be a deflating goal to give up. Harrison, it's not going to come on the 18. You've got to attack the ball still. You've got to attack the ball, kick it away, do whatever you have to do. It's a long ball. They're hoping to get forward. Latou never stops on it. And Harrison, again, a little hesitation. We've seen this from him a couple of times in the last few games, and that's just a major mistake by the youngster. You feel for him there, but Chase has got to do better for the Rhinos. Latou never stops. He continues and makes the Rhinos pay, and that's just an unfortunate goal.
So once again, the Rhinos will have to play catch-up. As trailing now 1-0 in the 71st minute, Latou scores his 4th of the season, and the Rhinos are down 1-0.
That's a deflating goal for the back four especially. They're working so hard. Chase comes off his line, and then he just doesn't finish the job when he's trying to win the ball there. And that's a very, very tough goal to give up.
Menyonger is tied up. Foul is called on Seattle. Restart for the Rhinos just across midfield. We're in the 72nd minute. Seattle up with a 1-0 lead now, scoring first in this one. Brought forward by Ball from 25. Takes a crack, skipping wide. Oh, just walked loose. Awfully punched away by Islander. Almost inside the left post. He was tipped somewhere around the 10 and headed for the back post side, but Islander got a hand on it.
Johnny Ball, he's getting aggressive and he wants to make one come back here. He's got all sorts of time. It's deflected. Great save. Islanders leaning left. He's got to come back to the right.
Down inside, headed away out of the box. Turning back for Menyonger at the 35. You see Latou over at the bench getting something done to his knee. Turned out at the end line on the far end of the box, taken by Martinez. 1v1 versus Basano. Rolls it to the outside. Here's a chip down in front along the 6. Moving it. Head ball dropped off the line by Latou. The head ball, I think, might have been Bonsu to get a head ball. Or was it Diallo?
I think it was Bonsu. And it's the Rhinos. The goal got to them, but they haven't let it slow them down. They have continued to attack. Bonsu, great job. John Ball, a great shot. And that's a nice service into the box. It's Palguda looking for his man. It was Diallo, actually. And Islander, it's just a little central there. But still, the Rhinos now, they're showing some life even after giving up that bad goal.
Knocked across midfield, in underneath it. That one skipping behind Diallo and turning back for it. Scott plays it down inside the 18. Islander will first time it away. Banked it off the outside of his foot, but still in play in the far wing, stepping up as Palguda nods it forward, coming back at midfield, taken by the Rhinos. Burtz has it, his own side of midfield. Into the center circle, Ball dropping it back once again, and now to the outside of the left wing and across midfield is Palguda. Throws it ahead, Ball turning upfield, being watched there by Latou. With the left foot, trying to sneak it through, tips it aside, Menyonger for Embersley. Down to the 18, far into the box, crossed down in foot, grabbed off the 3 by Islander. Rhinos had 4 players breaking for the net, but couldn't get it to him as Islander intercepts the pass.
He read that, anticipated it very well. Islander did a good job there. He's going to slow things down, but Embersley has found his rhythm. He's gotten into the pace of the game, and he's made some very good choices in setting up this Rochester attack.
74th minute, Rhinos trailing 1-0. Flick forward into Rhino territory. Latou in underneath it. Turns it to the outside of the right wing, and Alcaraz Cuellar after it in the far corner. Palguda watching him. This from 15 yards out. Turns to the far end of the box, looking for the cross down inside. Headed out over the end line by Bonsu. A corner kick for the Sounders.
Good choice there by the Rhino defender. Bonsu coming in, sacrificing with the diving header.
Substitution for the Rhinos. Danny Kramer checking in, and Ahmad Diallo is out in the 75th minute.
Kramer's going to have some offensive pressure upon him tonight. He's replacing a very talented forward. And we'll see. I think Kramer's going to go to the right side of midfield. Martinez is going to push up alongside of Embersley.
Corner kick off the right wing side. for the Sounders. Waiting for the ref to give the start indication. There it is, and here's the service low in the box. Headed away by Ball out to the 20. Latu in underneath it. We'll nod it to the outside again for Cuellar, and a long chip down inside the 18. Bonsu gets his right foot on it. He spins it up over the net and out of play. Another corner kick here for the visiting Sounders.
You get the feeling now that the Rhinos defenders are maybe a little nervous about Chase coming off his line, and they're going to try and win everything that's served into the box that's possible for them to win. But Chase has got to make another big save, get his head back into the game, and he'll be fine.
Corner kick once again off the right wing side, 76th minute, 1-0 in favor of the Sounders. Low in the box, Ball blocks it away out to the 18, taken by Lines, turns it to the outside, Ball after it comes away. On the far wing, sneaks a pass ahead for Lines, touching it forward, but instead stepping in to knock it aside is Latu, and back for it go the Rhinos. In the middle, Aloisi will play it to the outside of the near wing for Kramer. Off the right wing, looking for the through ball to Martinez. Turns it ahead on the near wing. Cross midfield, Rivera will drop it back down as the rolling ball inside the 18 will be first timed away by the keeper, Islander. Through midfield. Underneath it, Bonsu. Not through midfield, but the whistle to stop play.
Offside.
Offside against the Sounders.
You know, since the goal by Latu, Seattle has not bunkered down yet. They still got 2 guys up top and still 4 in the back, so they haven't bolstered up that spot in front of Chris Islander.
Well, they're getting ready to make a substitution to do just that, I think. Right ahead in the middle. Ball rolling into the outside on the left wing for Lines, turning back for it. Palguda pass ahead down to the 25. Ambersley turning in the middle. His long chip through the 18 on the near side outside the box, rolling to the end line. Rivera tying up Lines or make that Kramer couldn't get to it. It's over the end line, and this will be a goal kick now for the Sounders. Substitution coming up as it'll be Cuellar checking out, and in is newcomer Graham. What's his first name even?
Taylor Graham. Now this is an interesting move here. Taylor Graham was with the Red Bulls, but there was a trade with Toronto FC in New York. The Red Bulls were in a situation where they had to release some players, and Taylor Graham, the former member of the Sounders and former USL Defender of the Year, comes back home to Seattle. He's one of the small guys on their roster.
Yeah, he's only about 6'17".
Now he's going to pack it up. Look, Greg Howes is a striker. He's coming all the way back to play like a defensive midfield role. Taylor Graham, you can see all the shifting and the adjustments by the Sounders. Everyone moving. Taylor Graham parks himself as a central defender.
Headed forward by Palguda, and underneath it, Martinez settling it there for Ball. Turning back in the center circle, drops it through midfield on the near side for Aloisi. On the right wing, and a long chip up the right wing. In underneath it, Martinez, but getting there first is Ben Younger. On the near wing, turns back to the left foot side, 20 yards out. Here's a cross down inside the 18, headed away and out of the box. On the near wing, and then played away by Graham out to midfield. Touching it back, Latu, but deflected away off Levesque. On the far wing, ball knocked down, foul is called, or was it a handball? And it'll be a free kick for the Rhinos, 40 yards out in the middle of the field.
Handball on Levesque, and Seattle's gone now to a 4-5-1. They just want to clog up the midfield, prevent the Rhinos from getting any kind of creativity coming from that spot, and force them into the long ball where they're bunkered down defensively.
Rhinos have everybody pushing up now as the ball at the far end of the 18 headed away on the far side. Will skip out of bounds. Throw in for the Rhinos, 35 yards out off the left wing. We're in the 79th minute as the Rhinos trail 1-0. Throw in to Ambersley. Turns it to the outside for Lines. It's by a tackle and moves up the left wing. Here's a cross down along the 6. In front, knocked down. Ben Younger spins back at the 18, drops it off. Ball with the right foot. It's knocked down in front, and it squeezes through and rolls out over the end line. A goal kick for the Sounders. Other sponsors of these broadcasts tonight include Moliere Chevrolet Buick. They always say yes. Time Warner, get all in one. Digital cable, digital phone, and Roadrunner. One package, save hundreds. And by Free Time Magazine, Western New York's art and entertainment guide.
The last rip by John Ball gets the best of Ray Martinez. The Rhinos, it's just been unlucky. John Ball's got a clear look at the goal and his own player in the way there. It's unfortunate for Ray and John Ball.
Kramer through midfield, spins it on the near side and rolls out of bounds. It'll be a throw in on the near side for Seattle from their own 40. Scott takes a 20-yard run before making the throw in through midfield. Burton underneath it, plays it back. Ball dropping it off Kramer. Return pass on the right side for Ball across midfield. Working toward the middle. Sneaks it through on the left wing. The far side for Martinez. In under the ball from 20 yards out. Now the far end of the 18. Turns it back to the right foot. Rolls along toward the middle and a chip down inside, but a one bouncer taken at his goal line by Islander.
You know, if you break this down, there's 4 Rochester attackers within a 7 or 8 yard space. Spread out, it gives the guy serving the ball some more options. Too many players in one spot, and everything else is easily covered.
Ball spinning around at midfield, trying to get away from Levesque, who reaches in with the ball, and ball able to play it aside out of the near wing. The Rhinos have it. Aloisi up the right side for Kramer through midfield. Rolling it back down, and Burt stepping in. 1 foot right chip across midfield. High ball coming down to the 25, nodded back toward midfield again. Aloisi in underneath it. He'll head it forward. Lines or make that Kramer in underneath it.
No.
Taken down. Foul is called on Kramer.
No way. He's undercut clearly there by Santa Maria, and that's got to go the other way. There's no way. It's lucky that Kramer wasn't hurt because Santa Maria came in and undercut him while he's in the air.
So Rivera is going to milk this one. 81st minute, and it is a 1-0 lead for Seattle. As Rivera still down on the knees.
There's no intent to play the ball there by Rivera. As Kramer did a good job, went up for the header, and there you're defenseless, you're helpless. But luckily for him, he's not hurt.
So the ref turns away, walks away, and Rivera pops right up.
He took a shot in the side because you could see he didn't even challenge for the ball.
Downfield, back goes Aloisi, gets the right foot on it to pop it up in the air, coming down around the 35. Knocked away out of bounds off Howes, throwing on the near side for the Rhinos from their own 35. Aloisi for the throw in. Going back to Burts. 81st minute. So time now becoming a factor as the Rhinos trail in this one 1-0. Rod forward, Burts out to midfield, ball dropping it back once again for Kenny Burts. With the right foot, drives it through midfield, long floater off of the far wing, and underneath it goes Lines. Far corner of the box, settling it there, drawing it to the 5, and now across down along the 6. In front, punched away by Islander. On the near side, ball gets to it. He's dumped, knocked down by Levesque. And
PK.
It is a PK being called.
PK, absolutely.
Ball knocked down from behind by Levesque, and the PK is called. The Rhinos will have the penalty kick.
It's a good service there from Lines deep in the box. So they're a little more spread out. There's options around. And Levesque, no intent to play the ball, takes down Johnny Ball. And with the way the Rhinos have had trouble getting some rhythm going, PK free kick. This is a great opportunity. Levesque's going to want this one back. He does come in from behind, and I'm sure as soon as John Ball feels the contact, he's taking the tumble to the turf. And the PK for the Rhinos. Big opportunity here. Big chance.
So Younger setting the ball for the penalty kick. Moves in, right-footed kicker, stutter step, takes a shot, punched aside. Islander guesses perfectly on that one, and the ball off in the corner. It rolls out, a throw in deep in the corner for the Rhinos, and Younger still laying on the pitch. Can't believe that he missed on a PK.
I mean, what else can go wrong? They're having trouble connecting. The midfield's not playing well, and then the PK, the placement of it is probably the worst possible spot you can put it. It's about waist high. Islander, it's high enough where he's going to dive and be able to reach it. It's got to be either a little higher or lower for the keeper. That's a good save by the keeper. He's had a great game.
Chip down in front, up in the air. Islander hauls it down at his 6 as he was up the back of Bonsu. Whistle blows, and now a yellow flag or yellow card comes out to Scott. He's the one who was supposed to be suspended tonight.
Yeah, he's going to start the whole process again.
He's going to have another suspension before he actually serves the previous one.
You're right. It's not sure what maybe dissent, but we talked about Aloisi for Rochester having a great game. You look at Chris Islander on the field getting ready for this kick. He also has had a tremendous game keeping this team alive. He's coming off a great performance in their last game as well. So Islander is on a very hot streak.
Flighted through midfield, flicked forward by Treshuk, turning it out to the outside of the far wing. 84th minute now, as the Rhinos had a golden opportunity. You can't ask for anything better than that. The opportunity to even up the game in a PK, but Islander with a tremendous save, saves the day for the moment.
Unbelievable. We've seen it all tonight. Chase Harrison with a very tough one to give up, and Islander with a great PK save. Just been unfortunate for the Rhinos.
Kramer at midfield. On the midfield line in the middle for Bonsu through the center circle. Turns it to the outside, but not enough on it. It's taken away. It's drawn across by Sakuda on the near wing, and back for it go the Rhinos. It rolls away and out of bounds, throwing on the near side for the Rhinos.
The Rhinos are definitely playing with 3 in the back. Bonsu is now pushed up into the midfield. Burtz is the central defender. Aloisi Palguda on the other side.
Another substitution for the Sounders. Checking in will be Schmid. And coming off, looks like it'll be the forward Latu. As into the match is Andre Schmidt, 6'4", 200 pounds from Sacramento. And this in the 85th minute.
This move here, Don, by the Sounders, it's going to be a big target man up top. Give him the ball deep, let him hold it and possess it. He's big and strong. He's able to fight off defenders and eat away at this clock.
Ball brings it away. There's it off on the left wing side, far into the box, but getting to it first, Basano blocks it away and out on the far wing. And Levesque will just hammer it away and downfield. Turning back goes Palguda, being chased there. Palguda spins it up into the stand, so a throw it on the far side for the Sounders down at the Rochester 35.
That was a great ball by Johnny Ball, and Lyons has got to make more of an effort. It's not going to land right on his foot. He's got to get in there and challenge for it. Lyons just waiting for the ball to come to him, and the Rhinos attack. It stops dead right there.
Well, needless to say, the Sounders are taking their time here, getting to the ball for the throw-in. 30 yards out off the right wing side. Throw into the corner. As they tie up Schmid, being bothered there by Palguda, and the whistle is blown. A flag is up by the, was it out? Evidently the ball was out, so a throw in for the Rhinos deep in the far corner.
But the intent we talked about, Schmid's going to just get the ball, hold it up, take the shots from the defenders, and take some time off this clock.
Aloisi works the right side through midfield, looking for the through ball, but then right onto the foot of Graham, who turns it to the outside. Rivera spins it out to midfield, and he's taken down. A hard tackle. Aloisi will draw the yellow card.
Tough tackle there from Aloisi right in front of the Rhinos bench. And now he may even get a red card if he doesn't slow down here. He's walking away from the official.
Referee having a few words for Aloisi. 86th minute, time of this yellow.
Aloisi, Santa Maria gets that first touch on the ball. Aloisi's a split second behind. He's going to come in and get something. It's not the ball, it's Santa Maria, who's taking some shots from Kramer and from Aloisi.
Up with it for the kick is Scott. Right-footed, drives it out through midfield. All the way down to the 20. That's flicked back in the middle, and in underneath it is Bonsu. A foul was called. A restart for the Rhinos from their 35. Ball slips it to the outside of the near wing, and Aloisi moving up on it. On the right side through midfield. And Younger tips it off to the middle for Ball, spinning around, trying to get away. Taken away, and up with it is Latu for the Sounders. Cross midfield for Howes. To the outside of the left wing for Schmid. Along the near wing, rolling down to the 18, the 15. He'll work deep to the corner, drops it away, and then he's run over there by Burtz, and the Rhinos have it. The foul is called.
Without a doubt, and Burtz looking at to get a yellow card.
Burtz just knocks Schmid head over tea kettle out of play.
That's why Schmid's been brought in there, though. He's there to take those shots, and Burtz, was it a good choice? Probably not. You know, that's a tough one for the Rhinos, who give up a dangerous free kick. And again, the clock now just continues to tick away.
88th minute, and time is the major factor right now for the Rhinos, trailing 1-0.
Time and mental mistakes. Mental mistakes have been huge here tonight.
Set now. Rivera to the corner for Howes. Knocked away from him, out over the end line. A goal kick for the Rhinos, and Howes arguing that, wait a minute, that should be a corner kick. It is a goal kick. Howes quite upset.
Referee's in a good spot. John Ball, I thought, came in and kind of poked it between the legs of Greg Howes, but the Rhinos catch a bit of a break here, and if they can get something deep, maybe make something happen.
Serve through midfield, but stepping up. Graham heads it across midfield on the near side. Aloisi gets the right foot on it along the near touch line. Up the right wing and sends it through midfield. And Younger turning back. He's run off the ball, blocked away in the center circle by Levac and into Rhino territory. As he's chased down to the Rochester 35, stepping in behind, Lyons grabs onto the arm, gives him a little bit of a tug and pulls the ball away. At the far wing, stepping up is Bonsu. Drawing it back, Palguda. He'll work forward, turns it to the outside of the near wing for Aloisi. Now the 89th minute. Time is really becoming critical for the Rhinos. Aloisi long chip downfield, but that right to Basano. Heads it back into the center circle, and after it, ball settling it for Bonsu. Ball turns into the outside of the left wing. Palguda working down to the 35. Long service down inside the 18, but headed away by Scott out on the near wing. In underneath it again, Aloisi. Rolls it off in the middle for Johnny Ball. Turns and looks, slips it down inside the 18. One bouncer to the end line, grabbed by Islander.
It's just not happening. The Rhinos tonight just not clicking. There's been no rhythm, no flow from Rochester. The pieces haven't fit together tonight. That's all. It's the only way I can describe it. It's been very inconsistent.
Islander, long service downfield into Rhino territory. Palguda heads it away, but in turn blocked and carried forward by Howes. Turns it to the outside. Latu fire into the 18. From 5 yards out, roller down in front of Bonsu, gets the right foot on it. Up top, settled there by Treshuk. Roller down inside, blocked away by Bonsu, and it's rolling to the end line, out over the end line, and a corner kick for the Sounders.
That's exactly what Seattle wanted as we're approaching stoppage time. And Palguda, that one time there with Levesque, he kind of dropped back. There comes a time you got to step forward and take the chance and win that ball. If he takes the chance, maybe this whole corner kick situation doesn't even develop.
90th minute. Clock will be stopping in about 20 seconds, and then it'll be injury time. Kramer pushed over, down on top of the ball. Restart for the Rhinos. Kramer quick start to Martinez. He's knocked down from behind. Another foul is called.
I tell you one thing, though, Don. Seattle really needs to work on their time-killing tactics here. Quarter kicks, I've never seen balls given up so quick when you're up late in the game. They're very poor on that.
2 minutes of injury time, 2 minutes of additional time. Ball flighted through midfield and is headed away on the near side and out of bounds. Throw in for the Rhinos on the near side. Ball with the throw in from 20 yards out. Ball back to Aloisi, steps up on the right side. To the outside again for Ball. Tried to slip it through, knocked down by Scott with a handball and a free kick for the Rhinos, 20 yards out off the right wing.
Throw everybody up here. Kenny Burt's get the big option in there. You keep Aloisi back or even throw him in the mix. Lions hanging out about 30 yards away. Get in the box.
Now Rivera keeps coming over and pushing the ball outside. The referee comes over and yells at John Ball.
Yeah, they said John Ball maybe was pushing it too far
Well, he was,
forward.
but Rivera was.
No, I don't think so. I think it's too far back, to be honest
But
with
Rivera
you.
shouldn't have been in there.
He definitely should be delay a game.
Ball now goes for the back post side. That's fighting over everybody and out over the end line. Is unable to get to it. Was Ray Martinez.
This is going to be a tough one if it stays like this. The Rhinos, tough one to swallow.
Especially after losing the last game at home. That would be back-to-back home losses.
It would be shocking. It would be shocking, but Seattle
deserves credit. Everything is shocking this year. California goes into Montreal and comes away with a 2-0 victory in Montreal.
California likes to play Rochester, Montreal, Vancouver. Against everybody else, I think they have no interest.
Well, look at the game the Atlanta played here the other night. They played an outstanding game.
Excellent game. Excellent game. Scouted Rochester inside and out and executed every aspect of their game.
Kramer sends it down inside, but headed away and out by Merle. Moving in, Palguda trying to push it forward, but that's knocked down. Palguda knocks it aside. Kramer after it, but knocked away again by the Sounders and delivered through midfield. Out of the far side, Schmidt after it, and does he get to it? Yes, he does. He keeps it in play. Off the right wing, stepping in, however, Birch knocks it loose, rolls down inside the 18, Latu after it, but bumped away. Schmidt getting to the ball, his chip across the 6 on the near side, chipped up wide, missing the upper left corner was Treshuk, and it's a goal kick for the Rhinos.
That absolutely would have been it there if Treshuk gets a hold of it and just doesn't make a connection. That should do it, though, folks.
That would be just about it. Across midfield, headed away on the near side. Kramer in underneath it, nods it across midfield up the near wing, and ball pushed out of bounds. Throw in on the near side for the Rhinos, or a foul called. The Rhinos have the restart. Kramer from 40 yards out, off to the left side for Lyons. Chipped down inside, booted away on the short hop by Scott. Coming out top again, Lyons settling it off the toe. Getting to it, Kramer. His chip down to the 18, headed down inside by Menyunger. The box up in the air, out the near wing, and Revere nods it away. Turning in again, the Rhinos behind, but can't get to it. It's hammered through midfield. Grabbed at the midfield line by Aloisi. Long service down inside. Islander up in the air. Knocks the ball down. Lucy grabs it on one hop and holds on. Whistle blows, and that's it. And the Sounders come away with a victory here tonight.
Unbelievable. And Schmetzer, Callaway have a lot of history. They've played together. Schmetzer actually coached Callaway, and a student gets the win over a teacher.
Wow, so a tough one here again for the Rhinos. Tonight has come away on the short end of the 1-0 score with Seattle. So Seattle wins the season series with a 1-win, 1-tie record on the season against Rochester.
And they'll go one more time, though. July 21st.
We're back here again?
No, in Seattle, I believe.
No, they don't go to Seattle.
I think it's here then.
We don't go to the West Coast again. They do meet again?
Yes, they do.
Okay.
Second of 3 games between Seattle.
All right. Okay, they're going to send you downstairs now and check it out again with Soccer Sam. Sammy, take it away.
Thanks, Don. Thanks, Joe. John Ball here. A difficult loss here tonight. 1-0 against Seattle. Johnny, you're my player of the game. You're up and down. You created the penalty kick there. What happened tonight?
I don't know. I mean, it just seems like, we come out flat every game. I'm 34 years old, and I'm out running half the freaking 20-year-olds. It's a joke to me. It's a flat-out joke.
Well, John, you're frustrated. That's what I love about you, man. Your emotions here. But now what's going to happen? Deli's injured. Burt's is injured. You're going to be leaving for the futsal team. This team, I mean, we need some guns coming in.
We need some heart. We need to come out with fire, especially at home. 2 losses in a row at home is unacceptable, especially when we started the season with 10 of the first 13 on the road. You got to come home and defend your turf, and we haven't done that yet. So it's frustrating now, but I'm sure we'll get back to work tomorrow and figure it all out.
All right. This is my player of the game tonight, John Ball. Let's go back up to Don and Joe. Thanks, John.
All right, thank you, Sammy, and thank you, John Ball. So tonight, the final score here at Paytech Park. Seattle Sounders 1, the Rochester Rhinos 0. And this is the Rhinos Broadcast Network.
It was a nail-biter. There were tense moments and close calls. But in the end, the fans won. MLB Extra Innings is available now on digital cable. No matter where your team plays, every game's the home game. You can watch your team's games or scout the competition. Order MLB Extra Innings on Time Warner Digital Cable. Call now.
Rochester Rattlers Lacrosse back in action on Saturday, July 14th at 7:35 against the Long Island Lizards. Come see John Grant, Brody Merrill, Casey Powell, and the rest of your Rattlers as they continue their quest for the MLL Championship. This game is presented by Nothnagel. That's Saturday, July 14th against the Long Island Lizards. Tickets are available at the Paytech Park box office, Ticketmaster.com, or call 232-1900 to charge by phone. Rochester Rattlers, lacrosse with a bite.
You need some help?
Yeah. Could you give me a jump?
Sure.
Give it a try. Try giving it some gas. Thanks.
Tyler Scott, great at making the big save, not so great at studying. Sylvan has a tutor for that. Victoria Winter knows how to get ready for the dance, needs to get ready for college. Sylvan has a tutor for that. Call Sylvan now. We can help children at every grade and every stage with reading, math, writing, homework, study skills, SAT, ACT prep, and more.
Centers located in Pittsford, Greece, Webster, and Canandaigua.
We're back here at Paytech Park. I have a new assistant here. Morgan, welcome to our show.
Thank you, Sam. Thank you for having me. It's my pleasure to be here.
I'm so honored to have you. You know what we're going to do now? We're going to go to the Time Warner save of the game. Unfortunately, that save was the Seattle goalkeeper, Islander.
You're absolutely right. John Ball got taken down in the second half, at the end of the second half, by a Sounder, leading to a penalty kick by Johnny Menyonger. Unfortunately, he kicked it right. The goalie read his kick, got that save, and the Lions lost 1-0 here at Paytech Park tonight.
Yeah, it was kind of a telegraph, save there. He saw it coming. He just went. It wasn't the hardest shot, but that's the Time Warner save of the game. We'll be right back here on the Time Warner Television Network. Look at you. I like you.
Hi friends, how would you like to live in a fantasy world? Well, you can at Joseph Neary Chevrolet Pontiac with supplier pricing. It's the price that GM gives their vendors and parts suppliers, which is well below sticker. Here's some examples. This 07 Silverado was $20,001, now $15,827. Or this 07 G6 was $17,905, now $14,308. So save thousands now at Joseph Neary Chevrolet Pontiac with supplier pricing. And you too can live in a fantasy world. Hurry, this offer ends soon. And remember, eggs are cheaper in the country, and so are the cars.
The biggest names, the best courses, the most important events. I'm your host, Todd Sadowski. Join me every week right here for Eastern Golf TV.
Eastern Golf, Tuesday and Friday evenings, only on Time Warner Sportsnet.
Now for the boss sauce.
Please pass the boss sauce.
Okay, here you go. I'm hungry.
Let's get the party started.
You guys have boss sauce everywhere.
Boss Sauce, the perfect gourmet aftersauce for every occasion.
If you've been injured at work or in an accident, there are 3 important steps you have to take to find a personal injury lawyer. 1, go to bestlawyers.com. It's independent, it's unbiased, and you can't buy your way into it. 2, on that website, search for personal injury lawyers in Rochester. 3, call the law firm that appears the most. Faraci Lang, 325-5150. Make sure you're on the winning team.
Here at halftime, or at the end of the game, it seems like halftime, Johnny Younger, penalty kick, man. What happened there, Johnny? What were you thinking?
That's the game. That's the beauty of the game. After 8 years in the league, my first time missing a PK. But that's the game. We're going to move on from there, and I hope I get better next time.
Well, Johnny, I mean, you know, you've scored a lot of those, but Islander's just a fantastic goalkeeper. I mean, he read it well. He dove perfectly. I mean, the guy's the real deal in the nets.
No, I saw him all the way to the very end, but it was late for me to change. And I said that's the beauty of the game. Penalty is everybody's game, and I was not lucky today.
Now, what did your kid say to you? I heard your son say something to you. What did he say to you, Dad?
He said, "Daddy, you missed," because he know normally I don't miss PK, but now I miss, and maybe the fight is out of my system now, so I ain't gonna be, afraid that one day I'm gonna miss. But now since I made it, it's okay.
Well, you make it up to us Friday night. The Rhinos are at home, 8 o'clock, right here against the Carolina Railhawks. Big, huge game. Hope to see Johnny Younger here. Now we're gonna go to my player of the game, Johnny. I'm giving it to John Ball. I hope you don't mind that, but I thought John Ball just worked his tail off, was going up and down, working really hard.
Oh yeah, the guys, he got a lot of guts, and he's oldest guy on the team, and he worked too hard, So I must have to give it to him. Man of the match.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, man.
All right, thank you.
Well, here we go. Johnny Ball doing this thing here. Morgan, let's do it. Let's get out of here, Morgan. What do you think?
All right, thank you, Johnny. We'll be back here on the Rhinos Broadcast Network.
Here he is. Well, he's only 2 hours late this time.